on there.
Cool, dude. For like the first 15 minutes, Joe Rogan keeps asking him this question, and like Donald Trump's not answering it the way he wants it to, and he asks it like 4 times, and then he just moves on to it.
I watched half of it. I plan on finishing it after this tonight.
Yeah.
Did you see that? I don't know what it was. I saw this video on TikTok, and it was like Donald Trump mentality, and I was talking about, I don't remember what it was, but he was like, I know that. And then 2 minutes later, he goes, I didn't know that. It was just fucking stupid. Like, I love that guy. He's clip farming.
He's clip farming.
Dude, he clip farms for sure.
Yeah. Well, we are live now.
Sweet.
What's going on, man? How's it all?
No,
How's it going?
It's going, man.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chilling.
Saw that y'all were on y'all were like back to back past 2 days.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we had a gig on Friday at Jake's, and then we had a gig last night at Studio C down in the Art Depot.
Hell yeah.
Pretty cool visuals.
Yeah.
Real nice ambient music with some subliminal images. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, there was some interesting like visual stuff, but it was pretty cool though, because there's not a lot of people that do stuff like that.
Yeah,
for sure.
They had like lasers.
Definitely a unique experience.
Yeah.
First time thing.
They had lasers and stuff.
Yeah.
It's sick.
It's pretty dope.
Fuck yeah.
So I'm guessing every like gig that y'all do, y'all don't always have the lights or visuals and all that stuff, right?
Yeah. I mean, we try to always have lights. We'll usually hire somebody to do lights. Because just like we focus on music, there's somebody that like focuses on that. You know what I mean? And so we try to always like outsource that to somebody that kind of knows what they're doing. But there's not a whole lot of people that do, I guess what you would call like experimental type lights. That's kind of like what last night was.
Okay.
But yeah, no, but it adds like a whole aspect to the show, you know, to the energy and flow of the music, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then with the whole like the visuals and everything, it just makes it like a more of a vibe in there than without the lights and visuals and everything.
Yeah, I definitely think so. For sure. I mean, it's like if you go to the movie theater and the lights are on the whole time, you know what I mean? It's like a different vibe than if the lights were off. It plays more of a major role than I think most people think it does.
It's just really another element of production, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's just nice to have like another level of entertainment to it. Like, especially when the lights are synced up with the music, stuff like that is definitely super cool. I think we can all agree we want to move more like that direction would be dope.
Yeah. It's just hard because you start getting into like planning out, like having sequenced lights and stuff that go along with your show, and you got to have like a click track and you got to have it all planned out and stuff. And it's like a whole thing. None of us know how to do anything.
Right.
We just know how to play and write music.
So that venue was the one that did all that for y'all themselves.
The dude, I think the guy that rents it out, I think his name is Dave. I don't know what his last name is.
Dave Clayton.
Yes. And his brother Daniel was the one that was doing the lights. And that was last night was my first time meeting him, but he was doing like, he had like a bunch of projectors and like little lasers and stuff, and just made it a whole kind of like experimental little visual art type of thing. But yeah, it was pretty dope. It was cool. It was our first time doing something like that.
He did give us a warning about the heavy imagery.
He said to wear sunglasses. I didn't feel like we really needed it at the end of the day.
It wasn't like it was like shining on us. It was kind of like we were in the corner and then it was all projected on the wall. So it was kind of like separated, but which was interesting because most places, like most shows that I've seen, like Levitation, I don't know if y'all know Levitation Fest down in Austin, but it's like a big psychedelic rock festival around this time of year. But they have like visual artists that do stuff for their shows, and it's like all the lights are plastered on the stage, you know, and it's like shining on the band and like stuff's moving and things like that. But yeah, it was different, but it was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what are some places that y'all do want to go to eventually? Like, do y'all have any like set goals to like play a set on?
My goal is to play Red Rocks
For
Yeah?
just one time.
It's definitely like
That'd be
Play
badass.
Red Rocks would be really cool. That's a dope venue. That's like everybody's. I feel like that's like any band's
I've never been.
major goal.
That or the
Never been yet.
Sphere. You know? I
Yeah,
saw a
that's-
video of
that's
Grateful
the-
Dead
at the
playing
top,
at the
baby.
Sphere, and it was
Yeah.
fucking insane, dude.
Right, like, of course, we would want to play like Madison Square Garden and all the stadiums in the country. Like anywhere and everywhere is the real answer to that.
Whenever we
Red
get a
Rocks.
gig, straight up.
Hell yeah.
I definitely.
And then
wanna go
just
to
keep
Austin.
playing bigger and bigger venues over time. Hopefully, trying to exponentially grow it. Right.
I definitely want to play Levitation Fest.
That would be
I feel
badass.
like
That
it's
would
like
be
a
cool.
psychedelic rock band. That's one of the places to play, like that
Yeah.
and Desert Days, and I'm sure there's many more. Maybe like Bonnaroo or something.
Low-key though, like outside of the psych rock thing, I want to play Flognaw. I want to play
What's
Camp
that?
Flognaw. It's the Tyler the Creator's little like festival.
Oh, his little lineups?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
shit.
like his own little Coachella.
Oh,
But
that's pretty dope.
I want to play that. Like, I feel like it'd be pretty sick. He doesn't really have a lot of rock stuff in there, but I feel like it'd be pretty sick.
That would be sick.
That'd be dope. I don't listen to much Tyler the Creator.
He
No?
drops an album tomorrow.
Oh, does he really? Oh, that's
Mhm.
cool.
So what music do y'all listen to? Like on like outside of y'all's band?
I listen to a lot of King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Oh
And like and like
Yeah.
the OCs. I'm really into like Australian psych rock right now. They got a
Mm.
really cool psych rock scene. And I listen to a lot of folk music, like old 60s folk music, like
Yeah.
Townes Van Zandt and stuff. I like lyrical content
Right.
a lot,
Oh yeah.
and I also like weird noises.
Who doesn't like weird noises?
Right.
Stuff that like scratches the brain just right.
Yeah.
Tickles your ears.
Especially like whenever they do like the editing where you hear the sound and it just bounces back and
Painting
forth.
back
Yeah.
and forth. Yeah, we do that a little bit in some of our songs when it's like when there's a part that can really, stand out more by
Yeah.
doing something like that. Kind of just traveling across the stereo.
Are you answering next?
You can go now.
Oh, okay.
You got it, baby.
Well, I mean, I listen to like a lot of like different genres. I mean, I like things from each era, really. I love the 70s. I always say like that's like my favorite because just like the music of that time so unique to me. I just really like it, and the guitar is great, obviously.
Yeah.
But like I love 90s and 80s music too, and like newer alternative rock. And I share the love with King Giz, with Matt.
Yeah.
And we've seen them, or he's seen them twice, and we're going to see them again next month
Yeah.
in Austin. So we're looking forward to that. But yeah, we love that neo psych stuff.
I'm gonna see them the next day in Houston.
Oh,
They're playing 2
shit.
shows, Austin, Houston.
I'm a big blues man though too. At the end of the day, I love B.B. King, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix. Love those guys. Look up to them.
Y'all ever heard of the Sword?
Have not.
No.
The Sword? They're just like King Gizzard.
I've
Yeah.
actually heard of someone talk about them, but have not listened to them yet.
Sword is
I was in California
badass.
at Lake Tahoe, and my kayak guide actually told me about Sword and some other band called Goose, saying they were both similar to King Giz. And I listened to Goose, but I honestly forgot about Sword, but you just brought it back. So.
I listened to Goose a little bit, and they're kind of like, I wasn't really vibing with it. It was a lot funkier than I was hoping for.
Not with the funk, dude.
Talk your shit.
like
Talk your
funk?
shit.
No, I do like
Matthew doesn't like funk,
It just-
confirmed.
Matthew
No,
doesn't.
no.
Matthew doesn't like King Giz copies.
I do like funk. I just
Funk hater.
I don't know. Sometimes when it's not what you're expecting, it's
Yeah.
like almost like a subconscious turn off.
And it throws you off a little bit,
it's
doesn't
like,
it?
oh, that's not what I was hoping, and now I can't enjoy it for what it is. Preconceived notions are evil.
Let's talk about that. No.
That's funny.
All right, your turn, buddy.
I listen to everything.
Yeah?
Like,
Wow.
Everything.
I can confirm that, honestly.
It depends on the day. Like
Usually
one day I'll
does.
wake up, I'll wake up and go open my job because I usually work in the mornings, and I'll be like, what are we listening to today? And I look at my day list, and I'll be like, if the day list isn't hidden, we're listening to slam metal beginning in the morning to get that blood going.
Oh yeah.
If I'm feeling a little sad, I'll put on my regular like emo, like early 2000s to like 2010s.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know? My Chemical Romance, Fall Out Boy, all that other jazz. My job plays a bunch of jazz on the front, so I listen to that as well. And then if I miss my parents, I'll put on some like Mexican oldies.
Oh
And
yeah.
I'll be listening to I'll be listening to like Los Temerarios and shit like that. You know, Los Bookies. And I was like, what? You know, we vibing, we coolin', we chilling. And if I just want to hang out, I mean, I just listen to whatever they listen to. And it is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't complain. I like
it is what it is.
I don't complain. I like it.
That's how I am. I'm the same way like that. Too.
I mean, if it vibes, it vibes. You know.
One minute I can be listening to Lamb of God, and the next minute I'm listening to Future.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you just dropped an album too. This shit's fire.
It was pretty fun.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that Mexican music though. Sometimes it just makes you want to drink.
Sometimes
though.
it does make you want to drive your car off the interstate.
I had my first Mexican candy shot this weekend, actually.
For real? What'd you think?
I nearly threw up. I looked the whole rim up. They told me, I was like, I took that shot. I'd never felt anything like that.
It's not. It's not.
Bro's culture now.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah. With that Mexican candy, oh, dude, that's dangerous.
I
for
didn't
me.
know what I was expecting, but not what it was.
Fuck yeah. I got to be careful with tequila though. Every time I drink it,
Dude, tequila's bad news.
it really is. That and
Great
Rumple.
news.
Oh, I don't fuck with Rumple. I do not fuck with Rumple. Jaeger, dude, Jaeger bombs are nice. There's this
Y'all drink
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
but
I
not
think I've ever had
Rumple.
one.
Nice. Jaeger bombs are
Oh
nice.
no,
Dude,
bro.
Jaeger bombs are nice.
Y'all see eye to eye on some things. I can tell.
I mean, that's me for real. I went to Dallas for spring break, and there was this.
Shouts out.
Yeah, real. Shouts out the DFW area. I fucking hate that town.
Wow.
It's too crowded.
Okay, guys,
too
you heard it
crowded.
here.
It's too crowded.
Pretty hostile.
It is.
That's pretty
Deep
hostile.
Ellum. I had
That's a
some
big area, buddy.
bad people in Deep Ellum. But there's this bar called Austin's Avenue
Yeah.
in Plano,
Yeah.
and they have a really cheap Jaeger bomb, but it's like about the size of the microphone. Like it's huge. It's a big cup, but it's like $6.
You'd probably like that.
Oh, weird.
And it's cheap and it's nice.
I'll drink the shit out of Jaeger.
Yeah, he made me try it one time. Nah, I won't do
You
it
don't like
again.
it?
You
Mm-mm.
threw up.
Yeah.
What actually is it?
It's like 52 ingredients of I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
It just stays stuck, like right
Is it
here.
is it a shot that you
Yeah.
get, and they just mix a bunch of liquors, basically?
Well, it's a liquor.
Oh, it's just one liquor.
It's it's like
You like licorice?
See, I'm not a big drinker, so I'm super uneducated on like drinking things.
Jaeger's like cough syrup.
Okay.
Wait, Jaeger bomb's the Red Bull, right? The one with the Red Bull.
Red Bull with
with
green
the
bottle.
yeah.
with the beer on
Okay,
it.
yeah, it's just Jaeger with Red Bull.
Okay.
It's a shot of
I think
Red
I could
Bull,
get behind
it's a shot
something.
of Red
I love
Bull.
a Red Bull vodka when I really like actually want to drink something. Pep myself up.
Bro, they're too expensive.
Yeah.
$13 for a vodka Red Bull is crazy.
That's ridiculous.
Vodka, I can't do.
Dude,
That's for like a double though.
I love beer. I will always love beer.
I love beer.
I love beer.
Beer's
Can't go wrong with the Dos
Yeah,
Equis
can't
and a
go
lime.
wrong with a beer.
I like the yellow bellies.
Dude, yellow bellies are nice.
Yeah, I like Lone Star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The red or blue.
We got to stop talking about alcohol before we seem like alcoholics.
Yeah, real. I just turned 21. I just turned 21.
I don't. I can only drink like a few though. I don't
Really?
like. I don't like getting drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can
feel
only.
it.
I think I can like maybe top out at like 4 beers and I'm done. It's
Yeah.
just like I'm full.
What was that beer that they were selling at Logies that you got? The John
Hmm.
Adams one?
Sam Adams.
Sam
Oh,
Adams.
that yeah.
Dude, that was nice. Like, it kind of
Yeah.
tasted like, I don't know.
They
had-
gave you like a liter for like $5 though.
yeah.
Was it the Boston Lager?
Yeah, Sam
Uh,
Adams Boston Lager.
Dude,
That
it was,
was-
dude, it's
That was
nice.
not our, because I work for Budweiser,
Uh-huh.
and
nice.
that's not our product though. That one actually does sell a lot.
Hmm.
It really does.
Dude, it's like
Bill
kind
Burr
of.
endorsed it.
Who?
Bill Burr,
Who's that?
the comedian.
Bill Burr, the blonde, the not blonde.
Isn't he in
the bald
Breaking Bad?
redhead?
Yeah, he is.
The guy in Breaking Bad?
No, maybe he's in.
Yeah,
Breaking
he
Bad.
is in
He's also in
Breaking
a.
Bad.
He's also in Mandalorian.
And in Better Call Saul, he's in more of that, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've seen those shows?
Yeah.
It's so good, dude.
Dude,
I
so
lo-
good.
those Better Call Saul might be like my favorite show
Really?
ever.
Breaking
Yeah,
Bad's
dude.
one of mine.
Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul are both good, but I saw Breaking Bad first, and then I
Right.
watched Better Call Saul. I just like low key liked it more. Maybe it was also that like time of life was also really cool.
Yeah.
And like I was just going home every night and binging that. It was just the ritual of that like season of life. But I
Ever
loved
watched
that
Young
show.
Sheldon?
Sheldon?
Young Sheldon?
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, They were clowning me when I started watching Young Sheldon because it was like, why are you watching it?
I never clowned
It's
you.
good, bro.
Dude, that show is really good
It
until
is-
you get to the like where his dad dies. And
Spoiler
everything.
alert.
Spoiler
Well, I
alert
mean,
for real.
if you've seen Big Bang Theory, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good point, but I've never seen Big Bang Theory.
I haven't got, like on season 7. I haven't gotten to that episode, but I already know that it's coming.
Yeah, like I can't get into Big Bang, but I can watch Young.
You
Dude,
can't
I-
get into Big Bang?
I
No.
did
Why
not?
watch Big
I don't
Bang
know.
Theory.
It seems like they try too hard, but on Young Sheldon, it wasn't like they're trying.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
whatever.
It's also just a different like.
They're different shows.
Yeah.
I know, but it seemed like the acting was a little too much.
Yeah.
Compared
It was-
to Young
it was
Sheldon.
Like an early,
yeah, I was gonna say it was like early
it was a
2002,
sitcom.
2003.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an early
Sitcom, and
sitcom.
Still,
Young Sheldon's
though.
like a
With the
show.
laughs.
It's like a
It's
drama.
like a comedy drama.
Young
yeah.
Sheldon's like a
Yeah.
drama,
Yeah,
and it's
it's dope.
completely different
it's good,
eras.
though.
It's
It is.
dope.
Yeah.
Sitcom to a drama.
But that is still like
I get
They're
what you mean. though.
correlated. Yeah,
I
they're
get what you mean.
correlated.
Yeah.
That's like Fresh Prince
Same
from
universe.
Breaking Bad.
well, I wouldn't put it like that. That would
Hey,
be like
Fresh
Walking
Prince-
Dead and Breaking Bad because people try to put that
They're both-
together.
They're both dramas.
The Walking Dead
Walking
and Breaking Bad. Well,
same
there's
drama.
there's a blue baggie of meth in The Walking Dead.
Big Bang Theory's.
Wait, actually, are they in
Yeah.
the same universe?
Technically,
Is there a
Yeah,
theory
that's
on
what
that,
That's
right?
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's a theory.
really?
Big Bang Theory's more of
Because
like
Merle,
Friends.
Merle.
Oh my gosh, who's Merle? And
Daryl
Breaking
Dixon
Bad
and-
universe.
No. Well, Merle's Merle.
okay, but how does he correlate?
He has a bag full of blue meth.
It's blue.
yeah.
Yeah,
Whoa, is that the only evidence throughout the whole series?
That's
Yeah.
really it.
And that's the whole theory is based on
Well,
one
the
bag of.
theory is that
Also on the same station. They were both on AMC.
I don't think anybody
Okay,
made
well,
meth after that.
That's fair.
no, but I
Where
think
where was? But they're in Georgia in Breaking Bad. Are they not in
Atlanta,
Georgia?
Yeah, yeah. Well, you think drugs just stay in one state?
No, but I'm just saying. How is Walter Whitesmith getting all the way to Georgia?
That's
Because he was the kingpin. That was the whole
He
thing.
was the kingpin.
Yeah,
bro.
he sold to like.
Yeah, but he was all in the Albuquerque area. That's a completely different side of the country, is
That's
it
what
not?
I'm saying. Do you
That's
not
how he
think-
started off, and
Yeah.
then like once he left for Alaska and all that.
I guess I don't remember how big he grew.
That's
Honestly.
what I'm saying. He was like one of the biggest drugs.
Did he really grow that big in the
He
show?
was on the
Like,
war with the cartel.
dang.
Dude, the DEA was
I
out
don't
here.
remember him getting that huge. They were always on his ass though in the Albuquerque area.
ASAC Schrader.
It's full of rocks.
I love seeing those chopped up.
$8 million.
bad memes.
Which ones?
The ones on Instagram, the ones that just
Dude, they're the
chop up.
best.
All,
oh
all-
god, I
all
heard
terrible.
that. I heard that gain.
Have you seen the? There's like this TikTok trend where it's subtle foreshadowing, but it's just like they
Oh, yeah.
they like switch to the punchline, and then it just keeps going back and forth.
Yeah, but it does it for like a split second.
Yeah. No, those are pretty cool. Those are pretty funny.
Those are pretty funny. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I come across some dark ones like that, and it's like a dog playing with like an inflated like
The bottle, and then
Bottle,
it just fucking
and it
blows,
blows
up.
up on him.
Yeah.
Oh
it keeps on
no.
blowing
Yeah, that's
up.
a good one. Yeah.
Oh, it's so sad.
Like, he lives. He just passed out.
yeah, he went
Oh.
stiff immediately. and just,
no.
That's very dark humor, but
I'm not on that side of the internet. I don't get it.
I'm telling you, these guys need to be best friends.
Dude, I be getting cooking recipes and like relationship memes that I send to my girlfriend. That's my Instagram.
I'm not gonna say what I get on my socials.
Yeah,
I can't-
Probably for the best.
I can't legally say. I don't want to get in trouble.
The podcast might get stricken.
Yeah, I don't want to get in trouble. I get Joe Rogan making monkey noises. Yeah, he's like,
oh,
yeah, I don't like that guy.
you don't like Joe Rogan?
He's short, dude.
That's your only problem.
Talking,
Did
bro.
he? Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Too close home.
You ever seen that one? It's like he's talking to somebody, and he's like, "Did you know Tame Impala is just one guy? It's just one guy. Tame Impala is just one guy." But like, it's just one of those funny edit ones.
Yeah, no. My favorite one is which one is this? The one with David Goggins, I think. And David Goggins like, you gotta kill yourself. Like you just gotta do it. And fucking Joe Rogan's like, and he's just like, yeah, you just gotta kill yourself. Like if you can't do it, just kill yourself. And it's like the stupidest shit ever.
Oh my gosh.
I love it.
I like that humor too. You wouldn't understand.
I seen this video of Joe Rogan, and it's like somebody that edited. Well, he's like saying that he's doing a diet of like 10 days worth of meth or whatever, or 30 days worth of meth, and that he can just cut it cold turkey to prove everybody else wrong, that you can stay off of it and everything. And everybody's like, that dude's like, I'm gonna leave a little bit here, and you do it right after the podcast, and you tell me how you like it. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
It's like those people that lock themselves in their car to prove that babies are weak.
I think,
It's like,
I think so.
Yeah, it's like locking myself in the car in 100-degree weather to prove that babies are pussies.
Yeah, I think, and this dude does the same thing. He edits a video on Logan Paul's podcast and
Yeah.
everything, and he's just telling him the same thing. I'll leave you some cocaine right here, and you do it. You tell me how you like it or whatever.
Dude,
And I'm
he's
like,
trying to
bro,
kill
what
him,
the
bro.
hell?
He's trying to kill him. That shit is laced. Speaking of Logan,
It's on TikTok, bro.
Regardless if it's laced or not.
I mean,
it's all meth.
But yeah, fuck, dude.
That's crazy.
TikTok is something
dude,
else.
TikTok's
though.
bad for your
I
health.
like TikTok.
Dude, it's bad.
I remember there was a time where I stayed on TikTok for hours, and then that's when they send out the commercials like, go ahead, put your phone down, go to bed.
Yeah, for real.
And I'm like, oh, okay, damn. So I turned my phone off, and I'm like, good night.
Dude, I can't do it. TikTok's just not. I don't know. It's not great. It's too like hectic. There's not even like anything cool on there anymore. It's just brain rot.
Yeah. It's just pretty much brain rot.
That's what like everything is becoming. It seems like all the just like content.
I mean,
that's
humor
online.
evolves
It does.
just like everything, but right now it's just like a bunch of shit just
It's
flying
really,
at
like,
you.
It's like fast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like boom, boom, boom. Like
Yeah.
no, because nobody can wait for anything.
They can't like take the
You can't
time.
wait for the punchline. It's just got to
Yeah.
like, jump in your face. Next one. Quick little serotonin jump. Give me
Chasing
give
that
me
next dopamine hit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Our dopamine's been hijacked, guys.
What's y'all's kind of dopamine like driven thing?
League of Legends.
Fuck yeah.
I play League of Legends religiously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It's a double-edged sword. I either win games and I'm not happy, or I lose games and I'm really, really sad. I can never get enough dopamine, but I can't stop playing it.
I like
Yeah.
Squad Busters.
Me and Matt
Me and-
always squad
Me
up
and
on
Quinn
Squad Busters.
are addicted.
Shout
to
out
Squad Busters.
Supercell, best game you've made.
Yeah, sponsor of Supercell.
You ever play Boom Beach?
That game's kind of eh.
Trash.
Dude, when it came out, it was fire, and then they did an update and it fucked it all up.
I used to play Clash of Clans for like 12
Oh,
Yeah,
don't-
we all did play Clash of Clans.
Honestly, Squad Busters is what ruined my Clash of Clans career. It just was obsolete after I played my first game of Squad Busters.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
I play that game all the
Yeah,
time.
first I was
too.
like, I don't want to play with you anymore.
I'm a big fan of Supercell as well.
Yeah, Supercell's
Supercell's
always got
nice.
I mean, they're just money grabbers.
They are.
Well,
Yeah.
But who isn't?
Who isn't?
but you
Yeah.
gotta be. It's hard out
I
here.
mean,
It's hard.
after Fortnite, everybody is a money grabber.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I think it started with
Battle
like
Pass.
Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, bro. When
Yeah.
Advanced Warfare came out, and
Were they the first ones to
introduced
do
the
Battle
supply
Pass?
drops.
No, they're the first person to do supply drop.
Supply
What is
drops.
what was that? What's
It was
the
like you could
basis
get-
of that?
You could get new gear. You could get like new
For
skins
playing more?
Well, you would just play, yeah.
Yeah,
and,
you would
like-
buy
So
them
a
with real
battle
money.
pass.
Not really
No,
a battle
it was
pass.
before the battle pass.
So you bought coins.
So it's like a loot box.
Yeah, you
basically.
bought
Or like a
coins.
CSGO case.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. So technically CSGO did it first.
Okay, yeah.
But that's
CS:GO started.
gambling. That's different.
No, dude, people really gamble
Yeah,
in
but that's
CSGO.
You
gambling.
couldn't sell that stuff in Advanced Warfare. Like, you can sell it in CSGO, can't you?
You can
like,
sell it on
your stuff.
Steam,
Oh, okay.
but that's what I'm saying. That's gambling. You
Right.
can't really sell that other shit on COD.
Dude,
I lost my whole CS:GO
I had
inventory.
my mom's credit card on my Xbox, and I spent like $200 on Advanced Warfare.
Dude, I got my
Like,
ass beat.
Dude,
That's
I got
heinous.
my ass chewed out, bro. It was I
Rightfully.
did the same thing with 2K16 also.
shit.
And I sucked at the game. That's what like it did. I couldn't justify it. I just was like, I'm gonna get good if I get amethyst cards. And like I had like some really good players on my team, and I was still dog shit, bro. It's terrible. And
Yeah,
got
no,
my
I
ass
bought
beat.
I bought the Black Ops 3, the like all the DLCs. Like I pre-ordered everything
Yeah.
on my mom's card when I was in like middle school, and I got picked up from school, and she was like, "What are these charges from Xbox?" And I was like, I didn't do
I
it.
think someone hacked the
Yeah,
card, Mom.
I think so.
I need to cancel it again.
Yeah, honestly, dispute the charges. No, I got my ass, dude. I got my ass beat, but I was a kid.
Hey, yeah, man, you had to have that
Those
good
micro
feel, though.
purchases were my real
Yeah.
dopamine hit.
Yeah, real.
I remember when Android was Android, you know, it'd be like this big and barely touchscreen.
Uh-huh.
And I remember that's when like Clash of Clans like first came out.
You buy
So I'd always like
those.
buy shit and
Yeah.
it'd like bill you on your phone bill
Right.
instead of right there and then. Kind of like off a credit thing.
Oh,
What
I
did it
didn't
show up
understand
as
that
on
as a
the
kid.
on the phone bill? What did it show up as?
I
Clash
think
of
it was,
Clans.
like, $75.
Damn.
There's
Wait, no, it wasn't
You're
Clash
just
of
like,
Clans.
I
It was
can get
that.
free gems.
It was that one biking game that everybody played. It's where you just had to hold the button and it like takes off and like you can customize your bike.
I know what you're talking
It
about,
was
but
like
I
an
forgot what it
obstacle
was called
course,
too.
but it was like a 2D.
It was
on
like
your
2D,
phone.
yeah, side view.
Yeah.
Was it
Did you, like, go up a
Trials? No,
mountain?
because Trials was for the Xbox.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
What was
this
that
on the
called,
phone.
dude? I know what you're talking about, actually.
I used to play it all the time, and then yeah,
Man, I wish
put
I
like
could remember now.
$75 into that game.
Was the app icon like him going up a hill and
Yeah.
stuff? Yeah, I remember that one.
It's a classic.
Oh, the little car, and it was like it would just you go up
Yeah,
around
like
the hills
yeah,
and
like
stuff.
hills and
I think I
ramps.
know what you're talking about,
I think it's something like that.
dude. But do y'all remember Flappy Bird?
Yeah.
Dude, you don't.
It's coming back, I
yeah,
think.
it is coming back.
Yeah.
You,
That's what I
the
heard.
meme is not a thing anymore.
I still have the OG Flappy Bird on my iPod somewhere.
Dude, why didn't you sell that before?
You can sell that for a lot.
Well, now
Yeah.
you
Well,
can't.
I don't even know where it's at.
Oh.
I know it's somewhere in my parents' house, but it's. I don't
Once
know.
they took that game down, you could actually sell,
Sell your
iPhone
phone,
or
yeah.
iPod or whatever for so much money.
Yeah.
Crazy for that. It's insane.
And
'Cause-
then there was that rumor the creator had killed himself after all that.
I remember all that, dude. I was in like middle school when that was going around. That's so crazy.
Curse of Flappy Bird, bro.
Middle school was when like I was in 6th or 7th grade when Flappy Bird came out.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Touch, man. I remember that. Fun times.
There was
I
that
remember the
and Clash of
sliding
Clans.
Android keyboards.
Yeah,
They
those
just
were
slide off
fire.
and then you can just tap them.
Dude,
Yeah.
I had one of those. So I had like a flip phone for a long time, and then I got one of those. And then my sister got in trouble texting some boys, and then my parents took both of our phones and gave us flip phones again. And I was like, what the hell? I was a freshman in high school and had a flip phone. Like I was the only kid in school that had one.
I had a BlackBerry when everybody had iPhones.
Dude, yeah.
Yes, BlackBerry.
Dude, I want a flip phone, like
Dude, I
just for
could
the.
type
Yeah.
Hey, we need to go back to flip phones.
Yeah,
that
low
was
key.
peak era
Yeah, no,
for
low key,
humans.
yeah.
When
Did everything we needed it to do
It
and
was
nothing
aesthetic,
more.
too. You can just
Hold on. Hear me out. Sidekicks.
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 Sidekick.
pager.
No, the T-Mobile phone. That
I don't remember it, or I don't know if I know what that is.
John's old, by the way. How old are y'all?
I'm 21.
22.
22.
29.
29.
God,
24.
yo, you don't even.
Don't do that.
Back in the Crusades, they would have been rapping your shit. dog.
God damn. That's the second time somebody's done that this week.
Just this week,
Brother, I
man.
am praying for you.
I'm 24.
Nice.
I'll be 23 next month. So,
Nice.
yeah.
When's your birthday?
November 27th.
Nice.
Happy birthday to
Yeah, it's
Bruce,
coming
too.
up.
Bruce will
Yeah.
be. Bruce
Yeah,
will be
shout out
this
Bruce,
year.
our
Our
manager.
manager shares the same birthday as me. He's
Nice.
23. He'll be 24.
Nice.
Yeah. We're
So this is all young. This
yeah,
is
we're
all
a couple
stuff.
young bucks.
Hell yeah.
Ish.
Oh, we're just like 2 years apart. No big
Yeah,
deal.
not that far,
Nah.
you know.
Oh, that makes y'all. Y'all graduate in 2020?
I graduated 2020. Did you?
I graduated in 2020
we all
as well.
graduated 2020.
Yeah.
All of us are 2020 high school graduates.
Yeah, we got.
Y'all
fucked.
got all that for free, no?
For free?
What do you mean?
What do you mean with by free?
Like y'all didn't
Shit
take
for
the
free.
STAR test kind of thing.
Oh,
Well,
no,
there's
Star
that.
Test was 2016, 2017.
No,
Yeah.
when no one took the STAR test. That's how my sister graduated.
No, that's-
she didn't take the
that's-
STAR
Nah,
test.
that's the one after, isn't it?
The one when COVID hit and like shut down
Yeah,
everybody.
like the year after, like 2021, 2022.
No.
Oh, is that what did? Is
I
that what it
think
was?
those are the ones that got free with the tests and shit.
Oh shit.
I thought it was.
What happened for me? What happened for me was my grades from first semester just carried over to second semester. So if I passed all my classes, I didn't even have to do anything from a second semester.
You're so.
And I remember when I went to go, we had to drive up to the McKinney Stadium because I went to McKinney Boyd High School.
Yeah.
We had to drive up. It was basically a drive-through to get your diploma, and we all had to keep our distance and stuff. And everyone had decorated all their cars and stuff.
Dang.
And then I remember whenever I got my diploma and I was shaking. Well, we didn't actually shake hands, right? So I was basically just looking at all my teachers. I remember my chemistry teacher saying to me, if it weren't for COVID, you wouldn't have gotten that diploma. And that stuck with me. That was
Dude,
funny.
what's up
Because
with
chemistry was hard.
What's up with chemistry teachers being fucking assholes?
Oh, wait, it was anatomy. I'm sorry.
What's-
I did eventually pass chemistry.
Dude, I don't know what
I had
it
to
is.
go to summer school for chemistry.
When I was in school, all the science teachers were assholes. Complete assholes, especially at Coronado.
This started in the 90s, by the way.
Yeah. I graduated in 14.
No way, dude! I wasn't even out of middle school by then.
Dang, leave the man alone.
We had the best class. Just saying.
2014.
Best class.
I mean,
Was that that was like around like the Harlem Shake time?
yeah, I was like, that's when Filthy Frank was popping up.
Bro never had Mo Bamba blasting.
Yeah, you didn't have
Yeah.
That was post Mobamba.
Dude, you did not get to experience. You did not get to experience the last day before COVID, like the last day of the semester before COVID, when Eternal Atake dropped, when Lil Uzi dropped his biggest album.
Oh, yeah, P2 and stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
yeah, I remember that.
But we were taking the finals for my first semester, but right before COVID hit, and we were waiting for this album to come out, which is actually coming out next week, the second one. So I'm locked in, but it dropped when I finished my test and everything, and I was just sitting, and then it dropped, and I didn't see it, and then all my group chats started going crazy. They were like, "Yo, like Uzi dropped," and it was probably the happiest day of my life. It was the happiest day of my life.
A quick story about Mo Bamba, though. This was funny. I remember one day I was sitting at lunch in my high school, and my high school had around nearly 3,000 students in it, and the lunchroom is like always packed during lunch hours. And someone somehow managed to hijack the Bluetooth sound system, and they just started blasting Mo Bamba on the speakers, and everyone just got up and started dancing. And that was like one of my best high school memories, honestly. That was in my senior year.
See, during 2020, y'all remember all that. 2014, we had Macklemore.
That's a good one.
Okay, we had that song got annoying so quick because we had this one kid that would have a speaker in his backpack just blaring it, man, during the hallways and everything.
What?
But we had Macklemore, man. Everybody was listening to him, especially like Wings, and I don't know if y'all listen to him or whatever. Some of his music's actually
It's
pretty
not that
decent.
bad.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. Yeah, dude, the music, everything was a lot better back then than it is now.
It's because of TikTok.
Huh?
Because of TikTok. TikTok ruined music.
No, I'm not even talking about that. I think back then, like early 2010s, it was a lot better. Music was for the rap scene.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah, for the hip hop and like
Definitely for the hip hop scene.
Yeah.
electronic scene, because you had like what was it, like Avicii and like all those, you know,
Capital City.
yeah, all those EDM artists starting to come out and stuff.
And the Strokes were killing it back
Yeah,
then.
and Kanye was in the come up too.
Yeah.
there was a lot of stuff
There was,
going on back then.
yeah, Kanye would actually be playing in the hallways a lot during school and everything. And that's what really got me into him too. And then I stopped listening to actual mainstream music. I started listening to YouTube rappers like Little Craze, D Pride, all them. I don't know if y'all know who those rappers are and everything. They're not all the way up there. They've been trying for years. I haven't heard any kind of music coming from them anymore.
It was like
So
before SoundCloud rappers.
yeah, and before
YouTube
SoundCloud.
rappers.
Yeah,
Did you ever listen to Lil B?
sounds familiar.
It's like early, like shit SoundCloud experimental rap. He calls himself the bass god. and there was this thing that was called the Lil B curse, because Kevin Durant tweeted when he was in the Thunder that he tried to listen to Lil B, but he couldn't get into it because he fucking sucked. And then Lil B tweeted, he was like, "You're never winning a fucking ring," and like forever. And he didn't win a fucking ring until he moved to the Warriors. And then same shit with James Harden. He talked shit to James Harden. He's like, "You're washed as fuck. Like, you're not gonna do this, yada yada yada." And he fell off. And then everybody was like, "Wow, Lil B really has a curse." But if y'all want to listen to some shit rap, listen to Lil B.
He's gonna hear you, bro.
Yeah, I know, dude.
You may be shit.
Yeah, the Lil B curse is falling Velvet Grove.
He may be bad, but he'll curse your ass.
Dude, no, he has some bangers.
Yeah.
Some bangers.
You ever heard of Lil Darky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever
This
what was
one's
it?
called Comfort and Discomfort.
What's dude, he did like a full 180 on his discography.
Did he?
Yeah, he was whenever he had like Meth Head Freestyle, you know, you ever heard that
Yeah.
one? And then I think 2018, 2019, he ended up dropping like some acoustic song that was like super happy and
Really?
like not talking shit to anybody. He was just doing his own thing, and it was low-key like nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Did you ever heard of Laser Dim?
Laser Dim?
Yeah.
Nah.
Dude, he's on the come up.
Is that like one of those Invader Zim?
Nah, he has like his own. He's from Atlanta,
Yeah.
and you can't understand this guy. Like you need the lyrics to understand what he says. And he has like the most obnoxious beats known to man. Like he makes his own shit and everything, but he's homeless. He like goes couch surfing all the time. He carries his setup. He's like on his phone and everything. Damn. And he just makes his own shit. But it's like the beats are bad. The beats are fucking terrible. But he be laying it down. Like low key, he be laying it down.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's his ad lib right there, literally.
Damn.
Before his songs are just fuck. But you can't understand him. When you get out of here, listen to him. I swear you will not understand what he's saying.
I like you.
And he's great.
Damn. That's crazy.
Can't understand him.
You can. You just be. I think one of his lines was, "I kicked out the bitch at the crib, but I wasn't feeling her." Like that's like literally starts the song. That's
like
the
that.
first line. He goes, "Fuck." He's like, "Kicked the bitch at the crib, wasn't feeling her." Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, like, off rip.
Fuck yeah.
And the beat is terrible. Like the beat literally sounds like it'll be like. Blah, 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 blah.
Just like terrible
Yeah,
editing.
it's like just not a good beat.
The dude's trying.
Hey, he's
No,
trying.
like his songs are banging, like they're catchy.
Are they improving at least?
Some, you know, he can't really drop a bunch.
I need to check him out.
He did an interview with Nardwar.
What?
Yeah, he got a.
That's how you know when you've made it.
Yeah, once you get the interview with Nardwar.
That's a good point.
But if y'all want to listen to him, he's pretty cool.
Fuck yeah. So on the other note, what are some like cool like indie bands that y'all listen to as far as like anything goes?
I don't really listen to indie music that
No?
much. The only like 3 indie bands that I can think of that I like regularly listen to are the Marias, Peach Pit, and what's the one band called?
Well, that could mean anything, man.
Let me go get my Spotify.
What's the song?
Yeah, I don't really listen to that much indie music.
Well, are we talking indie as in the genre or independent artist? I feel like that term is
I
hard
guess the
to.
genre, honestly.
Yeah, because I don't even know
because most in like bands that are in the indie genre aren't even independent.
Exactly.
It's just 2 different things. Like
Exactly. That's why I asked.
Yeah.
No, I get it. Because I was talking to like more of like independent.
Independent.
Right. And I don't even know, like, out of all the bands I listen to, I don't even know which ones are signed to a label and which ones are independent, to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, I don't even know. I mean, I guess like I don't even know if I would consider King Giz independent.
They're signed for sure, aren't they?
They're
They
signed
have
to
their
their
own
own
label.
label.
Okay,
They
so
made-
that's independent,
they
right?
made their own-
Is it?
guess
I would
so.
consider that independent.
Kinda.
If you're signed to your own label, you're still owning everything, aren't you?
Yeah.
Like
So you're
owning your own lyrics and
You're your own
mixes and
entity
masters,
still.
all that stuff.
Yeah. Your
I would
label was,
consider
you
that
own the label,
independent.
so- yeah.
Because that's how one of my favorite
Kingpin.
rappers.
Well, do you consider any indie band that's signed to an indie label still an indie band?
As in the genre, yes.
Right?
In-
It's
in
like
terms of-
this
in
stuff
ter-
is so complicated.
Well, I mean, it's really not though. I feel like people overcomplicate it. There's like indie is in the genre,
Exactly.
or there's an independent band, you know. But it's like if you say, "Oh, they're an indie band," that everybody gets confused. It's like, what do you mean,
Right.
Indie, independent. So you just say, "Oh, they're independent." Like
But
they're not
now,
signed to
but
anybody.
now, whenever people say indie,
But
it's
then you
just a
say
genre.
indie band, and then everyone's thinking, "Oh, Backstreet Lovers, Wallows." You know?
Right.
I listen.
Clay Jensen?
I know like
it's true.
I know like one song of theirs. What is it? The Wailers or whatever.
Clay Jensen.
Yeah.
The Wallows.
Yeah, the Wallows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
I saw them
Wailers,
live,
that's Bob
actually.
Marley.
Yeah, the Bob Marley and the Wailers.
I knew it started with a W.
Which is
or
OG.
whatever.
That's OG.
OG as fuck.
But yeah,
But I
know,
love Bob Marley.
I know Clay Jensen or whatever.
Yeah,
So yeah,
his name's Dylan Minette.
No,
shout out to
his
the
name's
man.
Clay Jensen, buddy.
Hey, I was in a 5-foot vicinity of him this summer when I went to his show. He came into the crowd and started singing.
What he
I have a
smell
video
like?
with him. He smelled great, honestly. I can't lie. You got to when you got that many people around you, dude. You want to be caught
Yeah,
lacking.
bro, you start walking through the crowd and you're like,
Yeah, you don't want to be caught lacking with 10,000 girls
Damn, you
like
sick.
trying to touch you while you're singing it for them. Ooh, yeah, you just like smell like shit.
that would be embarrassing.
I mean, people do that shit to Big X the Plug, and he's no offense to him, but he's fat as hell.
Yeah, bro's big and gotta use multiple layers of deodorant.
Right? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, what if he's not? Like, what if there's? I mean, I'm sure there's some artists out there that smell like straight dookie.
Dude, it's like, what is that?
Everyone smells like straight dookie at some point in their life.
I mean, I'm not shaming them. That's each their own.
Just had y'all ever watch Jackass?
Yeah.
I can't remember the dude's name.
Steve-O.
No, not Steve. It's a bigger dude on the show.
Oh, the fat one. I forgot his name. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the
it-
fat guy in Wee Man. I forgot his name.
Yeah, and
Tommy?
I'm not fat phobic, by the way.
I'm not fat.
But he's fat.
You're gonna have to bring that up.
Yeah.
I don't know. Y'all talking
Somebody
about
was
y'all
thinking-
calling everyone fat as fuck.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm sure Big X the Plug after a big show does not smell the best.
That's probably true.
But that's all I'm saying.
It just got me. You said like deodorant under like flabs.
Yeah, bro's got like 7 armpits.
This Jackass episode. They take that one dude, and there was another dude, and they put sushi in parts of their body and like hide it, and then they have to like saran wrap it, and then they run and get all sweaty and nasty, and then they had to eat it.
That's
Oh.
And then the
disgusting.
dude, like they said, a week later, the dude found another piece like in one of his like flabs. And I was like, bro, that's terrible.
They've done some crazy stuff in those movies, dude.
Steve-O, I saw a video the other day. Steve-O was like
Don't-
in an airport smoking a cigarette, and the guy comes up to him. And he's like, "Hey, you can't do that here." And he's like, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry." And then he gets on the plane and he lights a cigarette on the plane.
No way.
And
That's
the-
actually some
Yeah,
jackass
dude.
shit.
Yeah, and he was like, the flight attendant came up and he was like, "Hey, I just want to let you know, like, there are going to be federal agents waiting for you at the next place." And, like,
That's crazy. That's like dangerous.
yeah, for real, because it's pressurized in there. Like,
Yeah.
Steve
Wow.
doesn't give a fuck.
Steve-O does not give a fuck.
Have you
He
seen the-
smuggled drugs into like the Philippines?
Have you seen the ping pong episode?
Yeah.
Let's not talk any further about it.
Yeah, no. That one's disgusting.
Go watch the ping pong episode of Jackass.
We're done.
Or don't. he really might not want to.
Moving on from this topic.
So what more of like so like y'all been playing for a very long time, and so what are some like shows that y'all have had that has gone south, or y'all have seen something happen and like a crazy time at a show?
Dude, there was one time we were playing Beer House, and there was this chick who was plastered.
Yeah.
And she came up to Quinn and she started like yelling at him to do some shit
While we're playing.
And then we're just like, okay. And then we let her sing and she unplugs the fucking microphone off the thing. And we're just like, yo, like chill out. And she kept pulling on the cable. And then she went around Quinn and kept telling me to play louder. And I was like, I can't. And she was like, you're a pussy. She was like, if you don't start playing what you want to play and keep playing behind him, you'll never make it anywhere. And I was like, my whole job is to play behind him, sister.
The dynamic of the band.
Well, she got kicked out of the beer house, but that was one time.
Yeah, she did
get kicked out.
About that.
Yeah. Oh, that same night, there was another lady, older lady. She looked like maybe 30 or something. Dude, she was on some freaky deaky, on
I
some.
wouldn't say that's old.
Okay. Pushing 40.
True.
An older lady pushing
Coming from the
40.
29-year-old though.
Sorry. Pushing 40, maybe like midlife ish, quarter life. Over there, you know. Then she was on some Kevin Gates shit when I was level freaky. Quinn was playing a solo, and I guess he had his eyes closed or something. But I was looking at her, and she was just like right in front of him and shit. And I was like, yo, like chill. We're like, there's like 20-year-olds here, and she just kept doing it and like shaking ass, and I was like, all right.
Yeah, it goes down over there on Broadway, especially
From that age.
especially down at like a McGill's and Beer House. Yeah, it goes down over there.
Did they get rowdy?
I currently cannot think of one single show or moment where something went crazy, but we've obviously just had a lot of crazy memories throughout the time.
There was that one time where we fucked up money really.
I was
really
just
bad.
thinking about that. I think the worst fuck up we've ever had on stage was when we went to Whiteface, which is like where I went to high school at, and they had this like cafe down there called Outlaw Cafe, and they asked us to come play, and we were playing Money by Pink Floyd, and I was singing it, and that song's in 7/8, and it's already hard enough to sing and play drums or guitar at the same time, but you put it in 7/8 and then you have to do the same thing. It's like even harder, and man, I don't even know exactly how we messed it up, but it was brutal. It was terrible, but all you can do is just like laugh and just try to get through it and just move on, because like if you dwell on it too much, you just get in your own head, you know. But
it was a bad night.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad night.
Oh, yeah,
it was just we had that one song and it was like, oh.
Yeah, but it was kind of
shit.
embarrassing.
It was really embarrassing.
His whole family was there.
Yeah, my whole family was there, bro.
It was like my third gig with y'all, and I was like, damn, I just fucked this real fucking bad. I was like, dude, my job.
Yeah, I don't even know. It was pretty early on, but we haven't been back there probably since that. Just because the acoustics are really bad in that space.
Yeah.
But it's like all cinder block and sheet metal, and it's a bunch of old folks, and they're like, y'all need to turn down. And we're like, we literally cannot turn down anymore.
And they like country.
Yeah, and they like country too.
I think the only song where they ever did anything with us was whenever we played Tennessee Whiskey. We played Tennessee Whiskey on the fly.
Yeah, and then we played that. What was
oh,
it?
yeah, we played that Jalen Winning song.
Jalen Winning.
Oh, Waylon Jennings. Sorry.
That's pretty funny.
That guy.
That dude.
Jalen Winning. That actually sounds like a real
That's
name,
what I'm
too.
saying. I don't know him.
What was he from? Littlefield?
He was from
right?
Littlefield. Yeah. I actually went to school with his great nephew, which was his Waylon Jennings' brother Bo was this kid's grandpa and like / dad, and I grew up with him. He was pretty cool. He was actually the first person I ever played like drums with, because he was a musician too. He played drums and guitar, and we did like a talent show in high school for FFA. And I took my electric drum kit for the first time, and not knowing at all what I was doing with like sound and stuff, and it sounded horrible. It was terrible. It was my first time playing drums live.
How was that like?
It was like really nerve-wracking, honestly. Yeah. It was kind of like, I don't know. It was kind of scary, but and then I didn't actually like get on stage and play drums again for probably until college. Actually, it was like the next time I ever did it. But I got all the nerves out in marching band, going to state. that was really fun.
Also, that's where it all started, was just in band.
Yeah. I got in percussion when I was like in 5th grade, and then did marching band in high school.
Nice.
And we went to state 3 times. I got a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place medal.
Fuck yeah.
That was really cool. That was fun. But that kind of like destroyed like any nerves that I had, like performing in front of people.
Yeah.
Like marching out onto like, you're like in the Alamo Dome, and you march out there and it's just freaking massive and echoey, and everything sounds just huge. But there's like not even really anybody there, you know, because it's marching bands.
It's just only for like family.
Yeah, for
people
real.
that like percussions.
Yeah, but like at that time in my life, it's like, whoa, this is it. This is the real deal, man.
But nobody can take it from you though. But
No,
marching band is hard.
Yeah, because you got to work for
Yeah.
it. You know, it's like it's not so like a lot of people like in high school, a lot of kids think they can just like get by just doing that instead of like athletics or something, you know. But it like actually takes a lot of you gotta work for it.
Yeah.
You know, just like anything else.
So when was I pretty much got your answer, but whenever there was a time where y'all just felt like the nerves are just finally settling out? Like throughout your career of playing in shows.
I still get them.
Yeah?
Like, I still get the pre-show jitters. Like, I still feel like I'm going to, like, puke before every show.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it last like the whole time, or like
I
just
think it
over
lasts-
time you just get comfortable and get lost in your own thought? Or
I think it lasts, like, the first song. Because the first song, like, a bunch of shit could go wrong in the first song.
yeah.
So it's just, once you get through that first song, it's like, okay, like, we rehearsed this a bunch of fucking times. There's no reason why you should forget everything.
Yeah.
Like, lock in. But
That's kind of how I felt last night. I was like, I'm gonna mess up.
No, that's what I was saying. Because we were playing Althea, and I was like, I forgot the fucking chorus. I was like, I don't know what chord comes next, and I was just like, oh, this one's right. This one sounds right, and it was right. So, I mean, but every single show, I get the pre-show jitters, especially with like the bigger shows. Like when we go play bar shows, a beer and a shot is gonna take the fucking nerves out.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Oh yeah.
Like you just take a beer and just like, okay, we're ready. Like we're good. Doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
But on the bigger shows, it's just kind of like you step out and then you see all these people kind of waiting for you, and it's kind of like, holy shit. Because the first time we played First Friday, that was the first time I played to a big crowd, and I poked I walked up to the stage and I turned around and I was like, holy shit, like there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shit myself. But it was okay. I lived. I don't know about him. He was in band for a while.
Yeah, I think for me it's hard to like pinpoint an exact moment that like all my nerves just went away. I don't think it is an exact moment. I think even still, like with every show, there's something else I'm feeling a little like I'm having a little bit of a different take on how I approach it or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm getting more calm with every show, and it's just been exponential. I mean, I was in marching band just like Matthew all through high school. My first musical experiences were on the French horn, and then like I did marching band. And freshman year is when I picked up the guitar, and I was in the church band and jazz band. I was busking on the street in McKinney, and that scored me some gigs I would pick up. So I was like lucky to have like a lot of different like scenarios of performing ever since I was like 14. And then coming out here to Lubbock, I stopped playing for a while because I didn't have anyone I knew until I met Matthew. Right. And then starting to play actual shows with my own band it's a whole new thing now. Mm-hmm. And now I'm singing. I was never singing before. Right. And that was a whole new thing because it's easy to get up there and just play the guitar. But then put a mic in front of you, have to sing and play at the same time and talk to the crowd in between songs. There's a whole tons of new layers to this now. Yeah. And so I think I grew a lot more after we started playing bars and stuff. And bars, like I think my first time playing bars with like Velvet Grove, when me and Matt first started it, like I was just excited to be playing again. There was really no nerves, but those nerves started to come back as I started to think about, how can I do this better? And then you kind of start to overthink it, but you kind of have to for a little bit to figure it out. Mm-hmm. Because if you really want to find out how you perform and how to get make it a good time every time, kind of find the things, kind of reflect and think about what you did and what you're telling yourself up here and what, like, how you're treating your body before a show and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I still get like jitters and like of excitement and nerves before a big show, like stuff like, obviously the bigger the crowd, the more like pressure there is to like really, you want to do your best and you want to make sure like you don't have any regrets after you get off that stage is the big thing, right?
Yeah.
So try to savor every moment, just be present,
For sure.
And with all y'all's gigs that y'all have done, what venue would y'all say was your favorite?
Well, right now, Jake's.
Yeah, I was gonna say right now the only show that we're putting up like pretty big shows is Jake's. So probably-
Also, First Friday Art Show was really fun.
yeah, the first Friday ones was nice because they're
First Friday's
outdoors.
cool.
Yeah. So tell us about that.
First Friday. Yeah, like what about it?
Yeah, like what y'all play and like how'd y'all feel when in the first Friday, and then towards like where it ended pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, we just kind of play like our normal stuff, just like Jimi Hendrix, and we throw in originals and some blues songs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was fun though. The first time we played First Friday was when we dropped our first single, Dreamweaver, and that
I
was
like that
really
one.
cool. I feel like that was a really pivotal moment for like gaining our following. You know what I mean? Because it was like we kind of had a decent little following from like the bars and stuff that we've been playing, but we played First Friday and there was a lot more people there than we expected, and like everybody was like coming up to the stage and like it felt like an actual concert, because most of the time at like some of those First Friday shows, everyone's just kind of doing their own thing and just kind of listening in the background and stuff. And I feel like I always want to try to like captivate people and like bring people in, because it's also more fun for us when there's people like at the front of the stage and like looking at you and like totally invested in what you're doing. That's why Jake's is so cool, because it's like they're just right there, but after that First Friday we saw a lot of exponential growth, and we had great feedback on Dreamweaver and like on Instagram and stuff, and then they asked us to come back, I think, one more time. I think we've only played at the main stage twice, but we played at the Two Docks stage a few times. And that's always fun, too, because you've got everybody that's walking around there with the thrift stores and stuff, and everyone's stopping and watching. And you're, like, up on that riser, so you can see everybody that's, like, looking, and it's like not everyone's right here, but everyone's spread out, like, paying attention.
Did y'all play at the last time the First Friday happened out there?
Yeah, we were
was
at
over there
there.
at Two Docks.
Yeah.
Yes.
At the
I
beginning
remember
of this
seeing
month.
y'all there,
Oh,
but
yeah.
like I was like walking around in the crowd.
Right.
Like, with
Yeah,
all
see,
the stuff in
exactly.
there.
It's like, even if you don't go over there, you at least see.
Yeah, I heard it and I was just like,
yeah.
oh, I know that.
Yeah, no, it's a really cool
That's cool.
place to like, for new people to find you, you know what I mean? Because it's like with these Jake shows and stuff, you got a lot of people that are already following you and already keeping up with what you're doing, and then there's always new people that are finding out. People tell their friends and stuff, or they see a flyer and they're like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But it's like at First Friday, you're just able to reach a lot more people,
Because it's free.
Because it's free, yeah. And because they don't have to go to Instagram to find it or anything.
Right,
it's
because it's just
real.
right there.
It's right there. It's like you can walk up and look and see, it's the only difficult part about it is that not everybody's going to know who you are, unless they come ask you or they ask their friend or if they can read my drum head, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like purple on black, so it's honestly not the
So we gotta
it's
get that
kinda-
flag.
It's kind of hard. Yeah, we do need a flag.
Need to get like a pink marker and outline it
Yeah,
or something.
honestly.
But yeah, we do need
Make it lime green.
Yeah, we need like a banner though, like a flag behind us that has our name, so that people can actually see it and be like, oh, I'm gonna go look these guys up,
Yeah.
Because we're actually on Google now, believe it or not. Like if you
Nice.
type in Velvet Grove, we pop up.
Yeah, my
Oh,
coworker
nice.
told me that.
Yeah, which I think that's pretty gnarly. Actually,
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, my coworker was like, "You're famous," and I was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "We just looked y'all up on Google, and y'all popped up." I was like, "Oh shit, that's fucking sick."
Yeah,
That is pretty
That was
sick.
that was like a big thing. Whenever we were trying to figure out a band name, any idea I had, I would look it up. I'd like look it up on Apple Music and see what popped up. And every time I looked up Velvet Grove, and I searched it a lot, and there was nothing like on the internet.
So where did that come from?
You want to answer that question?
We pulled it out of Matt's ass.
Hell yeah.
No, we were, whenever me and Quinn first started playing together, when I was telling you, we came back from meeting each other in that songwriting class, and we had that summer, and then we came back to school and we got together, and Quinn had met this dude named Brandon that also played guitar and went to tech. And then we got back to school and they met up and, jammed a little bit. And Quinn was like, yo, this guy's really cool. Like, we should play with him. And so we all got together and started, because Brandon was from the Woodlands area in Houston, and he had a bunch of friends that had this thing called the Yummy Collective. And so we just took that name. We were like, well, we'll just be Yummy. Like, we thought that was kind of cool. We didn't really like put much effort into it. We just kind of rolled with it. And then we were like, maybe we should change, because then Yummy Collective just became Yummy, and we were like, well, we need a different name. We're like, we got to come up with something better. And we were just like tossing ideas in the group chat, and like idea after idea. And then I was just like, what about Velvet Grove? And they were like, okay, that sounds cool. And I was like, oh, all right.
Nice.
Sounds good. I guess we're Velvet Grove now. And I like questioned it for a really long time. I was like, Velvet Grove, because the Grove is the hardest thing to say, especially when it's loud.
Mm-hmm.
People are like, what's your band name? And you're like, Velvet Grove. And they're like, Velvet what? And it's just, I don't know. I thought it was kind of strange for a long time, but then I was just like, I mean, it doesn't exist anywhere else, so we might as well just own it and make it its own thing, and just roll with it. So,
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard was low-key a genius.
Yeah, and that, but even like that name, like there's like an interview somewhere where they ask Stu McKenzie like where that name came from, and they don't even have like a song. They have like some made up answer that they give. They're like, we were wandering through the desert and we stumbled upon like the Lizard Wizard or something, and I don't even know the whole thing. But they don't have like a solid story. I think it's just one of those things that was like a joke, because King Gizzard actually kind of started as like a joke, just like, oh, we'll go play at like our friends' parties, and this was just a jam band. Yeah. And then like members came and went, and then it like ended up just being like 7 dudes that just stayed with it, and they were like, oh, people actually really fuck with this, so like maybe we'll just keep doing this,
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's kind of funny. I guess to say that I haven't really taken the name thing too seriously. Yeah. It's just kind of like,
sometimes it doesn't have to.
Yeah, sometimes like I don't like, I guess when we first started out, I was like, what is Velvet Grove? What does it mean? What is it, and like trying to figure that out. But I'm just like, it is what it is. It's just Velvet Grove. Like that's just our brand, and whatever our music sounds like and our artwork looks like and like how we present ourselves, I guess is what it is,
Yeah, because that is Velvet Grove.
Yeah, that's just what it becomes. It's just ever changing.
Yeah, and not even just what we think it is, but what the fans think it is too. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like
how they interpret it,
how everybody else interprets it. It's like, what is Velvet Grove to you? You know, like what does it mean to you? That's what I want to know. I don't care about what I have to say. What do you think it is?
I agree.
I think that's somewhat how
I don't want to define it.
Yeah, I don't either. What'd you say?
It's somewhat like, because the name just came out of nowhere. Then we changed it to the Chimps. It was the Chimps that Pimp.
Hey, nice. Pimp chimping. Chimp pimping.
So at the end of every
that sounds like
episode,
a crazy business. So
anyway.
How many bananas you bring me?
Yeah.
So I understand like when you had said that, it was just like out of nowhere, because he came up with it, and I was like, oh, okay. To just go with it and everything.
Just kind of flow with it. If everybody likes it, it's just,
I was fucking with it heavy. Like, I really was. Yeah. And then we just shortened it. I don't know what happened that we just changed it to the Chimps, right?
Yeah, it was too long of a name.
Yeah. But
I got tired of saying the Chimps that Pimp over and over.
Yeah.
And you can't really shorten it either.
Yeah.
Like, you can't really, abbreviate it.
See that P.
You know what I mean?
See, I thought of the C and P.
What if we just changed our names to VG, like VEEGEE, VG?
Then that's just the BGs,
yeah,
bro.
we would be the VGs.
We'd be cooler. We'd be the VGs.
People would be like, do y'all like the Bee Gees? Who?
Who?
It's like when people are like,
Who's that?
"Do you like the Velvet Underground?" And I'm like, "I know one song by the Velvet Underground. I don't listen to them."
It's not the ones with the banana.
Yeah. Banana album.
I have that vinyl.
Yeah. They were like super popular back in the day.
Yeah.
Like with like Fleetwood Mac and stuff. I never really got into them that
I
much.
feel like sometimes it's like too much folk.
Too much, yeah.
I did my rambling.
Back, yeah, I feel like back in the late '60s and stuff, folk, and then just that like kind of like trippy, that like with the whole counterculture psychedelic scene that was going on, and like with folk music being a big thing, like Townes Van Zandt Grateful Dead, and then like
Rest
the
in
Velvet
peace.
Underground. Yeah, who was it that died
The
recently?
Bass player.
The bass. What's his name?
I don't know, but he
I
died.
forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah, like at 84.
My
yeah,
dad- my
he
dad
died what, yesterday?
told
2 days
me.
ago?
Yeah, like yesterday.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah, my
Was he
dad
playing
texted
those
me.
final shows at the Sphere with them?
I think.
Dang,
It's unfortunate.
that was not long ago.
I know.
It's not going to be long, and they're just going to disband.
Yeah. At least his
They're
name.
done. They said. I mean, their last 4 tours have been their final tour.
Yeah.
So, but after that, and playing the Sphere for like a month straight.
Yeah, I hope they don't do like a Journey situation where they just get a bunch of new people.
Yeah, I mean, it's like just let it die.
Honestly, let
You
the
know,
legacy. They just
Let it die.
don't.
But is it their? Is it them calling the shots, or is it somebody that owns the name?
Well, I think about it.
Yeah.
If I was like, I forgot his name. Is Bob Zier? Is it Bob
Weir.
Bob Weir. Okay, sorry. Bob Weir. If I was him and I was like an old man, I would feel like I'd still want to like do what I feel like I was put on this earth to do until the day I die.
Well,
you know
yeah,
what I
That's
mean?
true. Yeah.
And I feel like that's probably where he's at with it, Like,
But
if
you also
it's-
got to think about your health.
right.
But I mean, it's like he probably is like, I'm gonna die anyways. So.
Exactly. So
Well,
I'm going
yeah,
to keep
but
doing
then,
what I
like-
love
Yeah,
until
but
the
then
day
let's
I
say-
die.
Let's say you
So
have,
this weary earth puts me down.
but you can't travel as much. You know what I mean?
That's why he stays at the Sphere and just plays every night
It'd
there.
be nice to stay at fucking Vegas all until I die.
I don't know about that because look at Bruno Mars. He's stuck there right
But
now.
he has debt though. That's different.
He's there until the day he pretty much dies until he pays that debt off.
Shouldn't have gotten in debt.
What's he gotten into?
He
what's
has
his
a
deal?
bunch
The
of
gambling
gambling,
debt.
dude.
Yeah.
Really?
So now
Why does he need to gamble?
he's
Because he has so much money.
yeah. The
Exactly.
casino
So-
owns him right now until he pays off his debt.
So is he like playing shows for free and
basically.
Yeah, in a
shit?
way.
Free resident.
Wait, how did it like what I'm saying is did he not get enough money from his music? Why did he start gambling and lose all the money?
Well, he was gambling because he had that much money, and then he's like, "Oh, well, now I'm in debt because I lost all my money."
That must suck.
You know what I mean?
And it's pretty much like also like the whole Elvis thing. Elvis was stuck in Vegas as well because his manager though.
His manager
Yeah, his
sucks.
manager's
Yeah.
an asshole.
How do you play your cards that poorly
Dude,
though?
it's- I don't know, man.
Be
Well,
Bruno
Elvis-
Mars, one of the biggest pop stars, and lose all your money
the
gambling.
Industry is 80% business. You don't know how to do business.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
so.
leave him alone. He had some bangers.
He was a great singer.
He gets a pass. Bruno Mars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Uptown Funk, don't give it to you.
that one's one of my favorites right there.
See that
it's
the
good.
new song that he come out with Lady Gaga.
Talking to
Fire.
the
They got
moon.
nothing on you, baby.
Nothing on you, girl.
That's wild.
Something when I was in elementary.
Dude, I remember
Damn.
the music video. I think it's something about being in your birthday suit and there's like the monkeys dancing around. And shit.
Lazy
that was
song.
The lazy
The
song.
lazy
yeah.
song.
Lazy. I don't feel like doing
Yeah,
anything.
that song.
Today I
Dad used to
don't
play that
feel
song,
like
4 times
doing
a day.
I
anything.
remember that.
Yeah, at work I play that song and when I have my earphones in and everything.
Mm.
And I'm just there, I'm like, why the fuck am I working right now? I'm listening to a good song.
You should be dancing, bro.
But yeah, Bruno Mars, his music is actually pretty damn good.
I
Like,
agree.
Dude, he doesn't have that many songs out, but he has bangers. Like he solidified his own like legacy.
That's crazy to me that he's broke now and in debt.
Well, I don't know if he's broke.
yeah,
but
I wouldn't say
in
he's
debt.
broke. He's just
a
like
little-
has to pay the money back.
Yeah, he's just a
that
little
he
negative
lost.
right now.
Like, how negative is he to be? How long
A
is he
lot
stuck?
that
play-
the casino owns him.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
A
Like,
couple milli.
Probably a couple mil.
if you're in debt, are you not broke? Because all the money you have is basically just should be fed towards the debt you owe, right?
I mean, I don't know.
If you can't pay it off, then you wouldn't be in debt.
go talk to him.
Yeah.
Go give him some financial.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, please do so we can have a tour.
Yeah, so we can have a divorce tour. Yeah.
We
maybe,
do.
Maybe we can open for him. Yeah, maybe we can open for him.
You want to play indie night?
Yeah.
Burn
Hey,
up.
check out this crowd, dog.
Yeah, 500 people.
500.
Go ahead, sing.
Yeah.
Do what you need.
Exactly.
We got-
Bruno, sing.
Dance Chester.
Do it.
There's only 100 people. They're not gonna kill you.
And then
Don't
I
owe
got
any money.
just one question that's out of there. Y'all are musicians, so how do y'all feel about the whole new singer for was it Linkin Park?
Oh, they got a new singer?
Yeah, it's a
It's a
chick.
girl.
Oh,
It's a
straight
chick.
up? I think I heard something about her.
Everybody online on TikTok and everything are talking shit and stuff.
She's not that
And then some people are like, they should be able to move on
Yeah.
from,
Chester.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do y'all feel
I'm not
about
a big
that?
Linkin Park fan. What happened with Chester?
He killed himself.
Suicide.
Suicide.
Really?
ages ago.
Yeah.
7 years ago.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
then they
That's a
should
lot.
definitely be allowed to move on, I
Yeah.
think.
No, exactly.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, they
It's
were. They
I don't
were
care
on
how she
hiatus,
sounds.
Right?
Yeah, they didn't
weren't
make
doing
music for a
shit.
while.
They weren't doing shit.
Yeah.
No, I mean she's not that bad. They
Well,
came
there's-
out. They made a fucking song for Worlds for League of Legends, because of this guy who's like the first in what's it called? Whenever they put you in the Hall of Fame,
Inducted. Inducted.
Yeah, he's like the first one of those for fucking League of Legends, and they made a song for him, and it's not that bad. So
That's pretty cool. Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I think.
So
you
why
should
do
be
people
able-
not like the new singer? Do they think she's not good enough, or do people
Yeah,
just,
they think
Yeah, they
that
think she can't
she's
live
not
up to
gonna.
him.
she doesn't fill
like-
the shoes?
Well,
Yeah,
'cause she's
exactly.
not Chester.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But the thing is,
no
like,
one's ever
nobody-
gonna
yeah,
fill.
Nobody's gonna fill up Chester's fucking
Yeah.
shoes.
I mean, it's
just-
just yeah.
It's like the same thing with what's his name? The guy from Metallica.
The was it the
Cliff.
drummer or the
Cliff.
guitarist or whatever that? Yeah.
Cliff died in I
bus
think it was a tour bus accident, right? Yeah.
Or even like Jerry Garcia. Like
Right.
John Mayer's not
Oh,
Jerry
yeah.
Garcia. You know what
But I guess if anyone was gonna fill those
If
shoes,
anybody was gonna fill those shoes, yeah, it'd be John Mayer. But still, he's not. He's not. Jerry
He's not Jerry Garcia
what I
by
mean?
this-
Nobody
yeah.
will ever be Jerry
And-
It's the
Garcia.
same
but
thing with,
why do
His-
people don't expect him to be? So they shouldn't expect her to be.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just
So
let
Like
them do
everybody
their
has
own
their own
break.
sound and
Exactly.
everything.
And she's not that bad. Like
I've heard clips
she
and
sounds pretty
she's
decent.
good.
like obviously, it's not gonna be. Like it's not going to be the same Linkin Park as when Chester was there, but it'll just be a different era.
Or like
different
Sublime
age.
with Rome.
But let's be for
Yeah.
real. Linkin Park was changing their sound anyways. It wasn't making like early 2000s divorced dad rock anymore. It was kind of going a little electronic anyways.
Yeah, like they're not going to keep making In the End.
Right.
Like that's not going to
Yeah.
continue being their sound. So, like I don't know. People
Even-
grow.
eventually-
people grow. Times change.
Right,
It's
and
like-
eventually, if they moved out of the sound that they were making, they were gonna call Chester Stone Chester Stone, Chester Bennington.
Chester Stone.
Sorry, wrong guy.
Who's Chester Stone?
It's, motherfucking Newport. You know that guy? It's some crackhead that sits outside of the gas station makes videos.
Oh,
My bad. Wrong Chester. They were
Are
gonna
you
call-
two the only one that know who Chester Stone is in here right now?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
No, it's Chester Stone.
Yeah,
telling
my bad. They were gonna call Linkin Park washed anyways.
yeah.
If-
Everyone loves to hate, bro.
Yeah.
Not everyone, but there's like a lot of people that.
That's just what the internet has done. It's easy to hate
Yeah,
now.
it's
There's no
easy.
And, like, if you don't
consequence.
like their new music, don't listen to it.
yeah,
You know,
There's
you
no
can,
reason to shit on them.
go find
Yeah.
somebody else to listen to. Like,
Exactly.
You're not the demographic.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with like the new video games. People keep shitting on every video game that comes out now, but it's like you gotta understand you're not the new demographic.
yeah, they're making stuff for the new generation
Yeah.
that's coming through.
They're
It's like-
appealing to the child that's gonna pick up the controller or the guitar or whatever.
Not some sweaty guy named Patrick.
Right, not some 40-year-old dude who who
Living with
peaked.
his mama.
Yeah, who peaked in like 2012 playing Black Ops.
It's
You know?
mad because the world's not catering to them anymore.
Exactly. Like
It's like times change, people grow. Like,
adapt to it or
bands
move on.
grow. Yeah, adapt and overcome, straight up.
Right.
And if you don't like it, then
It's
Fuck it.
tough.
well, yeah, tough titty.
Yeah, honestly.
Tough titty. I like
Tough
that.
titty said the kitty.
Yeah, I just wanted to see what y'all's opinion is coming from, musicians yourselves. Like, what did y'all think of that and all that stuff? Because I don't know. Like I said, I've heard clips of her singing. Actually, pretty pretty
pretty
decent.
good.
Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna say that she's horrible, but like y'all all three said, she's not Chester.
Exactly. Yeah.
So-
I think that's like.
And she shouldn't have to be.
She shouldn't
Yeah.
have to
Yeah,
be, right?
exactly. People should make her try to live up to that.
Yeah.
Because eventually it's gonna mess up her self-esteem.
Yeah.
And then the more she tries to scream like Chester, she's gonna mess up her vocal cords, and they're gonna have to find another one.
Yeah, that's true. Or it's just going to be like a shell of
Right.
the music. You know what I mean? It's going to have the same energy because they're going to be trying to recreate it because all the fans want this.
Right. Didn't they already try to sing a song and they have to do it with a background? Like with a, what are they called when you put the song?
Track.
Yeah, with a backing track. Because you couldn't really hit the same key with Chester.
I don't know about that.
I thought it was like a clip of that. I might be tweaking.
Yeah, no.
I might be geeked right now.
That's funny. But no, like, yeah, I get what you totally mean whenever it comes down to, you know, wanting to do it for yourself and have that sort of thing that everybody is allowed to share, and, you know, positive or negative comments coming in.
Yeah, I feel like at the end of the day, that's kind of why we're all doing this, is because it's us. You know, it's like, it's me, it's Jay, it's Quinn, and like y'all doing this podcast, it's you guys like doing what you want to do and like putting your energy and time into something that you can, you know, watch grow and build and just create. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, if people, I think a lot of people like to shit on people for doing that, and it's usually people that can't do it or that don't have like the drive to do something. You know what I mean? They're
Like they say
Yeah.
yeah, they're like, oh, you'll never, that's never going to happen. You're never going to be able to do
It's like,
that.
yeah, what are you doing? You're working a fucking office job at 30 balding
Yeah,
with
it's
a
like-
bitch wife.
It's like, you're just mad. It's like, yeah, we know that the odds are against us. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's like,
At least we're having fun doing it.
At least we're
Better
having
try
fun.
and fail
yeah,
than to never do it at all.
exactly. That's like what I told my parents when I was like kind of getting serious about pursuing music and stuff. Cause it was an interesting conversation to have, you know, cause nobody I guess no parent wants to hear their son be like, I'm going to be a rock drummer. Like, mom and dad, I'm going to go make very little money and travel around the country and play music in smoky bars. But it's like, I would rather be 80 years old and be like, man, I'm glad that I tried that. And like, it didn't work out, you know, maybe it didn't work out. It's like, I'm glad that I did that and had fun with my friends and like got to do something cool rather than be rather than be 70 years old being like, man, I remember that I had the opportunity to do that and I passed it up and I wish I would have done that. Like as cliche as it is, like try to live with no regrets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like you do something. Like, I mean, even doing this may not be what we do for the rest of our lives, but it's going to lead all of us to some kind of path that we're supposed to be on. If it's not this, you know what I mean?
Right.
Doing like the podcast and stuff. This can blow up or it could lead to some other opportunity. You never know.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's almost like the same way, like in the music industry, a lot of people say, don't ever pass up a gig, you know?
Right.
It's like, don't ever let a gig pass up because you don't know what it could lead to.
Right.
Which, I mean, for us, it's kind of like some of us do pass up gigs because it's like we're dedicated to this.
Right.
You know, we're dedicated to trying to do our own art. We've kind of moved out of that playing just covers, you know, unless we're at a bar gig. Obviously, we don't have 3 hours of original music. So we have to play covers so that we can pay rent.
Right.
It's like, you know, our goal is to be able to play 3 hours of original music like He Is does, you know, and I think it's totally achievable. You know?
Big time.
I think that's the other thing is like every time we do something or something happens, it's like, oh, that wasn't as hard as I thought that it was going to be.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like you get in your own way a lot of the times.
Yeah. It's always like in your head.
So it's preconceived notions, like we were talking about earlier. I mentioned it's like you build it, you fight with yourself in your head, and you're like, and then if you let people that say, oh, you'll never be able to do that, that'll never happen. If you let them convince you of that, then it'll never happen.
Right.
It's like me and Quinn were talking earlier. You got to be delusional but realistic. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you got to be like crazy enough to think that it could happen to you, but realistic enough to know like what your limit, like what you're capable of doing.
Put a realistic goal.
Yeah. Like shoot high, but something realistic, you know?
Yeah. Don't shoot for the sky because it'll fall down.
Right.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
That's why you shoot a little bit further. That way it's closer to you.
Right. You know, it's like, and then you're that much closer to the next goal.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
It's like, instead of really overshooting and trying for the top and then just failing miserably, It's like you gotta build it up. You know, you gotta start by playing cover songs and playing shitty bars, which not really that any of the bars we play are shitty, but there are a lot of shitty ones out there that people play, you know, for like 5 people. I mean, we've played bar gigs where there's like 10 people in the crowd, you know, and we still play loud and play hard and do what we want. But and then we played shows where there's 500 people in the crowd and it's fucking insane, you know.
Yeah.
But I want to see what 5,000's like.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, you know, you just keep kind of stretching up. And
Yeah, because like 1 minute, it's like you got to think of a realistic goal, and then once you hit that realistic goal, it's where okay, now I can like
now
stretch it a little
step up
further
the ladder. We're like, we've got one rung on the ladder. Now we got to get to the next one.
Exactly.
You know, you're not trying to like jump up to the top of the ladder. You're going to miss the rungs and bust your face and fall down. You'll be like, well, that's stupid. I don't want to do that again. I can't do that. It's like, you got to give yourself a chance, you know, but also be crazy enough to think that you can do it. Because at the end of the day, you really can. It's like whatever you put your mind to, you know.
It just takes time.
Yeah, it takes time. That's the thing with music too. It's like Quinn's been playing guitar since he was 14. I got my first drum kit when I was 11. And like,
And I started playing bass when I got to college.
yeah, he's only been
I wasn't
like
even
3 years.
I haven't even hit like I haven't been playing half a decade.
Yeah. Like, but it I don't know. It takes time to build up the like the fluency on your instrument, you know, to be able to like one, just get the basic fundamentals and technique down, but then also be able to like speak through your instrument and to be able to like communicate.
Yeah, now that you got the language down, now it's how can you talk?
Yeah, exactly. It's like learning to read for the first time.
And
know?
it's speaking with other musicians as well. Like when you're playing, like when we play with Quinn, some of the bar gigs, he'll play some weird scales that I'm not really familiar with sometimes. And I mean, the more I listen to, the more I'm like, okay, what can I play to make him sound slightly better? Like, what can I do next? Or I'm listening to the drums, it's like, what fill is he going to do next? So that I can kind of play the same fill with them so it doesn't sound funky or junky or stupid or something like that.
Yeah, it's a lot of like talking and like just talking through your instruments, not using words. And it's really cool, honestly. Like that's kind of why me and Quinn, whenever we first played together, were like, holy shit. Because we just kind of had like a connection, like a musical connection right off the bat. And we both we both saw it. And it's just,
And that also just comes from liking a lot of the same music.
Yeah.
Like we bonded off of like Led Zeppelin and Jimi Hendrix and Pink Floyd. At the beginning, it was those three.
that classic rock vocabulary.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's the same with like jazz musicians. You know, you sit in with a bunch of jazz musicians and it's like, they know all the big jazz bands or jazz groups and artists and stuff like that. And they know licks and they know different fills and different chords and progressions and all this stuff. And they can just talk about it, you know, in their instruments. They don't even have to talk verbally about what they're going to do. They just know.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, it's really fun building that. It's fun when you find it, like just finding it with Quinn and stuff, but then like building it, you know, bringing Jay in and just kind of building that as a group thing and like the camaraderie and just like, cause you got to build it like on the instruments, but then also outside of the instruments too, you know, just like being people and being friends, you know, it just takes time. It takes a lot of time. And that's part of the reason we were like, well, we got to get on this now. We're in our early 20s. It's like,
Oh yeah.
youth
Our
is
bodies are slightly more prepared for longer strides.
Yeah.
Because if we're doing this when we're 40, you know, gonna be like, oh, my back fucking hurts. Or my fucking knee gave
My
out.
back does hurt.
Yeah, my back don't hurt.
but like
29.
Shut up. Don't say that.
But like youth is short and life is long, you know what I mean? So it's like while you're young, do what you can to like get yourself started, give yourself a chance. Like I said earlier, you know, get it set up.
But also don't forget to breathe because you're young.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just sometimes you got to stop on the road, take a look at the flowers, and then keep going.
Yeah. That's like,
That's another thing. You can't get too tunnel vision.
yeah.
Because if you get too tunnel vision, you start to lose yourself.
Yeah.
And you can't get too caught up in like one thing that I've struggled with, because I take care of a lot of like the business aspects and like financial stuff with the band. And sometimes it's easy to like lose sight of, it's like, we're playing music, we're making music. You know what I mean? It's like it's not just a business. It's not just a brand. Like at the core of it, it's music and it's art, you know, and
Exactly.
sometimes it's hard you got to remind yourself of that a lot of times, you know, but and it gets stressful. Like we were talking about earlier, like nerves and stuff before shows. I don't really get nerves. I usually just get stressed because there's so many moving parts. That's the other thing too.
Yeah, there's so much shit that could go wrong.
Yeah, that's the other thing is like you got to be like a musician, a vocalist. You got to be a sound engineer. You got to like be able to do every little aspect of it all the time and know like what's going on, and your attention is pulled in so many different directions, and it can get really stressful sometimes. But it's fun. It's fun, yeah, and I think it's worth it at the end of the day, because it's like I could be stressed doing this, or I could be stressed that I have to get up at 8 a.m. to get to my 9 to 5, and that you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's like I'd rather be stressed out doing this rather than be stressed out at some big corporate job that I'm making somebody else money.
No offense to corporate people, but
yeah, like no offense to that, but that's just not me. That's just not what I want to do.
Right.
Like some people are totally happy in that, and I think that's great. Like if you're happy doing that, hey, more power to you. Do what makes you happy.
Exactly.
But I feel like a lot of people aren't. I feel like a lot of people like are suffering because of that. They're like in that loop, and it's like, how do I get out of this? Because now my job pays me $80K a year, and I've got health insurance, and I've got benefits, and I've got 401K and dental and all this stuff, but I hate my job, and I like come home and I'm not happy. But at least
that's why people become alcoholics.
Yeah, but
Constant like
yeah.
Because that's the reason why I had left Budweiser the first time, and because it was just constant same thing. I would go to the bars and restaurants, clean their beer lines every fucking day. And I have 401k, I have health, all that stuff, all the good shit. And sometimes you get burned out on it and everything. You're just going to work to come home, sleep, doing the same fucking shit. So I understand that and everything. And then like right now, when I came back to Budweiser, I feel a whole lot different towards the job and stuff. Like I don't feel the same way as I did back then and everything. The reason why is because one, I had my lady with me. She's by my side, even though we fight and everything. She's by my side.
it's always good to have somebody next to you.
Yeah, and then I have my boy here. He goes through shit. His shit is my bullshit too.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we got that, and then we got into photography. I did it in the past. He got into it, so we got another thing like to bond about, because he came over. What was it, last weekend or whatever?
Last weekend.
Yeah.
Last Sunday.
So he was showing me his camera. Like we were just geeking out over cameras, bro. Like he had his, I had mine out and everything. We're just showing each other the camera, and yeah, like I just have that going for me, so I'm not getting burnt out from that. Yeah. So I can say
balance.
exactly. Yeah. It's more healthier for me now than it was back then. Just because I have the people by my side, right. And it's always good to have, you have them, they have you, so you are not really going to get burnt out on playing music and everything. You're always going to enjoy it.
Sometimes it does get a little bit hard, because it is like sometimes we do play the same stuff, like we play the same sets, or like sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes it just feels a little repetitive. And that's when you start kind of like, okay, well, we're playing the same stuff over and over again. What can we do to make it different? It does get a little burnt out every once in a while, but it's not like super crazy where it's like I don't want to play music.
I want to put this away or whatever,
And I feel like we've kind of started moving into the direction where it's like, oh, we're getting bored of the same stuff that we're playing. Well, let's write new music.
Yeah.
Like instead of going and trying to find another cover song to play, it's like, let's just continue to write.
Yeah. Why don't we just listen to this song right here, take inspiration from it, and be like, okay, can we make something that sounds similar to this, but also like us?
Yeah.
And when y'all writing y'all's music, are y'all like all together, or like where are y'all at in y'all's head when y'all writing down music?
It varies. I mean, physically, we're not always all together. We're trying to get better about that and like get together more, because most of our best songs, I would argue all of our best songs, well, yeah, but pretty much all of our best songs have been written like when we're together, you know what I mean? And a lot of them just kind of come out of nowhere. They just happen.
Yeah.
You know? And so, and also just being able to like hit record in an instant is a big thing. So like being here and being all together, but like a lot of times Quinn will, you know, he wakes up really early in the mornings and just weird times. And so he'll spend a lot of time by himself, just like writing, you know, and he'll be like, oh guys, I wrote this new song. And like, we'll bring it in here and jam it and be like, yeah, that could be really cool. Like, let's keep thinking about it, you know, and we'll put a lot of stuff, like we've got a lot of stuff on the back burner right now, just little snippets and little ideas and stuff. But it's like, you get like 10 of those, and then it's one or two come out of those that are like, yeah, these ones, like we should put more energy into this because this could be something, you know. But like, I don't know. I used to write a lot more by myself. I haven't since earlier this summer, just because I've like switched up my studio and stuff, and it's not my process has been kind of switched up a little bit just because of where all my stuff is in my house now. But no, we're definitely trying, especially towards the end of like throughout the rest of the year, because we got our album cooking and the mix and mastering side of things right now. So hopefully that'll be out next year, but we've got like all this time to just continue working on the next stuff. So that like, as soon as the next one drops, we're already planning to get in the studio to record more and release, you know, and just keep the ball rolling. Just keep the ball rolling. Yeah. Like that's the thing. You just kind of got to steamroll it and keep that momentum going, you know. And like, I know I've mentioned him so many times, but King Giz honestly is like my biggest inspiration for how I want to approach like releasing music and just like doing live shows and stuff like that. I mean, they've been together since like 2011 and have like 26 albums out right now, which is insane. Like they're the most efficient band on the planet, it seems like right now. And they play like 200 dates a year internationally now. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you're not, I feel like if you're not doing it all the time, then you're losing momentum and you're keeping people waiting, you know. But it is a little harder for us to get music out in a timely manner because it's a lot harder than like hip hop, for example, not knocking it or anything, but just production wise, it's like you can sit at your computer and make this beat, you know, and like put all these samples and cool sounds and stuff on your computer and then rap over it or sing over it, you know. And then you pretty much have a finished product, you know what I mean? But like, you got mic up drums, you got to worry about the acoustics of the room, you got to worry about the mic placement, you know, is this mic bleeding into this one? Okay, now we've got a recording. Is it good? Now we got to mix it all, you know what I mean? And then you got to edit stuff and do certain things. And it takes a little bit more time, I feel like, to put out quality product, especially for us, because we are still really novice. You know what I mean? Like I've only been writing songs for 3 years now, probably. And yeah, you know, we're still just young and still just trying to figure things out, and getting somebody else to do it costs money. You know, it's like this right now is not the biggest cash cow, you know, everything's expensive. Everything's expensive these days, you know, and like having to work like 3 jobs, you know, trying to pay for everything, that is a struggle. But yeah, I mean, we try to write together. We're still trying to figure out our process. I feel like, you know, still trying to figure out. And yeah, it just comes with time. You know, it just takes time and just doing the thing. You just got to do the thing. The more you do the thing, the more you play your instrument, the more you write, the better you get at it. Mm-hmm. You know, the more you do podcasts, the better you get at it. It's like with anything, the more you do whatever it is that you want to do, the more success you're going to see, or at least the more progress. I would hope, unless you're doing it wrong. But then, I mean, it's like, you just got to figure it out, you know, or find somebody that is better than you at doing it, you know, and take advice from them.
Yeah, it was crazy on how he started doing all this on the computer.
Yeah.
Because he even told me trial and error. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing right now, but I'm doing it. And boom. Yeah. And now we're here.
And then you know it better that way. You know what I mean? You know it better because you went through the trouble of, well, that doesn't work, but this does.
Right.
Oh, well, this works, but that doesn't work, and so on and so forth.
Right.
Rather than just somebody sitting there telling you how to do it.
Yeah. And like, I cannot stand, like, if it works for you, then it does, but I don't like you like cooking on YouTube or anything. Yeah. because they over explain it. I just want a 5-second video about how to do it. That's it. I don't care about your following. I just want to
Make
know.
sure you hit like and subscribe. This video is brought to you by so and so. And it's a whole fucking thing.
Yeah, and then I'm not really into all that. I'm very impatient when it comes to stuff like that. I just want to know how I want to work the things that I pay for, the things that I'm working on. I just want to know the straightforward, and then I can do the rest.
He got it pretty quick and everything. I can say that he's tech savvy.
Ew. Not really.
You're making it good enough to make it work. Like at the end of the day, that's all you really got to do.
I think the most stressful part is just trying to use the mixer, trying to make sure nobody just gets in between mics or anything, just the sound quality.
Yeah.
But if it bleeds through, I mean, it's gonna bleed through. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd rather have an unedited, raw, full length video podcast than where it's edited to like everything and it's altered. Or I just like to just make a thumbnail,
Make it real.
yeah, and just put it as is.
Yeah.
So yeah, like all of this is just one whole go, and then I'll upload it later on.
Yeah, no, and I think that's cool. And like that's kind of what we did for like our song Come that we released recently. Like we edited it some, but it's just one take of one microphone that was like sitting right here. And that was it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a demo. We recorded it the day that we wrote the song, and then I just went back over and sang over it again, and then like did a little bit of like mixing and some stuff to just try to make it sound a little bigger and a little better, you know?
Right.
But yeah, it was just, we had it sitting in our files for like over like a couple of months. And then we were finally like, we should just release this. Like, we're not going to get this take again.
Right.
You know, you're never going to get the same take twice.
Right.
And it's like, well, we'll just release it and then we can re-record it how we really want to later on.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and make it a little bit better, change it up, make it longer, whatever. And
Yeah.
just make the quality of it.
Like master it.
Yeah, like, yeah. And you just got to do like what you feel is right, you know?
Exactly.
It's like, I don't know. I like the full length, like just solid run through podcasts.
Yeah. Like
It's just like whatever it
Yeah.
is, because it's real and it's raw and it's unedited.
It's rare to find unedited, uncut footage these days.
Yeah,
and it's
and
cool.
That's what I want. Like this time, I'm trying to go to people's like area, their comfort areas, and record there. That way, it's more comfortable for guests.
Yeah.
And that way, y'all don't have to travel anywhere. Then we'll do all the work, and y'all just sit back and relax. You know.
Yeah.
And
It's like stressful on the person
Yeah.
you're interviewing, you know?
right, they don't have to make some drive, and like they don't have to be in traffic. You know.
Right.
They're like, and then that's where I come in, and then that's where I just honestly just want to have an excuse to hang out with y'all. This is honestly why, the podcast is a podcast.
Yeah.
I just want to meet artists and just meet their personalities other than the skills that they show on shows.
Right.
I wanted to see more than that.
Or the persona.
The real people, the
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the real people, like we are regular people.
Yeah.
There's more than meets the eye to anybody.
Yeah, that way if somebody on stage thinks that something otherwise of what y'all think,
Right.
and then they can come to my podcast and just hear, and y'all are just three guys just hanging out.
Yeah, no, that's the thing too, is like a lot of people think that, like, because I don't know, a lot of people put, I guess, musicians and like influencers and artists and stuff on this pedestal, but it's like they're all just people. Like, we're literally all the same.
Exactly.
We're all humans.
Yeah.
You know, like we all share different backgrounds and interests and personalities, but like we're at the end of the day,
Y'all
we're
can
all
make
flesh,
music all
flesh and blood and bone, you know.
Yeah, can all end up in thousands of dollars of gambling debts.
and then y'all, all three of y'all are stuck in Vegas.
Fucking help now.
So to Vegas.
Yeah, I guess y'all.
I just want to go visit, man.
See what it's all about.
Yeah, I
I
want
want
to
to see the pawn shop, from pawn.
Oh yeah.
I want to go check that out. I bet they got some cool guitars and stuff.
They have Jimi Hendrix guitars. Oh, actually, did they buy that one or did he not sell it?
I don't know, bro.
Can't remember.
I'm sure somebody.
Oh, was it the real Jimi Hendrix?
Yeah, there's the white Stratocaster.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. There's someone came on the show with that. I think he got offended by the offer though. Rightfully so.
yeah, probably.
You can't put a price on that.
Yeah, that's like one of the most influential guitar players in all of.
That's like blessed. That guitar's
Yeah.
like blessed.
It's
you know?
holy, bro.
Yeah, that thing is holy.
For real.
You get Jimi Hendrix, the left hand guitar.
Yeah.
I think the only reason I would visit Vegas is for 2 reasons. I want to go try out that Heart Attack Grill. I don't know if y'all heard of it.
What is it?
Gordon Ramsay's or something.
Nah.
No.
So outside the restaurant, you step on a scale, right? And it shows your weight on this big old thing above you. And if you go past that weight, I think your meal is free, right?
Like in pounds of food consumed?
No, like your actual weight. So I weigh 180. If the weight is past the limit that they have up there,
they have a
your
limit?
your meal is free. But once you go eat in there, you have to finish your food. If you don't finish your food, so the whole thing is, it's the concept is like a doctor at the hospital. So you got nurses in there bringing your food and stuff. You don't finish your food, you have to stand up and they spank you with a wooden paddle. So that's one reason I would want to go over there.
He just wants to get spanked.
Yeah.
Take a bite. I'll be like, oh,
You have a
food.
Oops.
You have a
I've been a bad boy.
I didn't take my medicine.
you literally have a
Oh my
hospital
God.
going on and everything. And yeah, they bring you your
Who
food.
came
and
up with this
stuff.
concept?
Dude, I don't know, but it makes money. And then also the zip lining across the strip or whatever.
My mom did that.
Yeah, real?
Dude, I'm scared of heights.
I am too.
Dude, what if you fall?
Shit, you fall.
Shit.
It's
Right.
right to fall down.
Yeah, the fun part is
You know,
the
1
falling. The only thing that's gonna stop you is
The
the
ground.
yeah.
Rest in peace, Liam Payne.
Hot talk. I didn't catch that.
Is it still gonna be raw and uncut? That's too soon.
It's not that bad.
That was way too soon.
That was like a week ago.
Yeah,
They're not that bad.
That was like 4 days ago.
that wasn't
No,
literally less than a week
my
ago.
coworker changed the wallpaper on the iPad where we log in to picture Liam Payne, like just like a what are they called? Like the photo shoot pictures where he's looking all mad, sexy and shit. So every single time I went in the morning, so clock in, it was just Liam Payne looking at me all sexy and shit. That's crazy. Now it's Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's where he's doing that little like where his legs are all weird, like spread open, and he's leaning forward. You ever seen that picture? No. I'm gonna pull it up. Hold on. I'm gonna.
William Dafoe is a creep.
I'm really starting to think that whole stigma between bass players is starting to become true.
What is it? Which one?
Which one?
The bass players are pretty weird.
So, yeah, no, literally. If you look up Willem Dafoe photo shoot, you get the picture.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
That's a pretty cool picture. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, no, his photo shoots are crazy.
That's a pretty cool photo shoot.
Yeah, I want to take a photo shoot with him.
But he's a good actor though.
Dude, he's
He's a
great. I'm waiting for Nosferatu to come out. He's in that. Apparently, he did like a really good job.
He looks like a vampire. Like he just, I don't know. His face.
Y'all seen the original movie of that?
No,
No,
no.
I couldn't understand.
Damn, you're old.
No, it's you gotta watch or read the subtitles.
Oh, is it like a foreign film?
Oh, it's a French movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say it, friend.
Yeah.
But like, I like watching the like white old school like horror movies, The Blob or
Yeah.
The Thing. Or
Yeah, the thing was fire. Though. Like, it's super-
Thing is the most solid horror movie.
yeah, the thing. Yeah, like the old thing.
The old school one.
Yeah, it's like where there's like the go to was it Antarctica? or
Yeah, when they go to Antarctica and then all the power goes out.
and
They're all locked in there.
Yeah, there's like a creature that.
Black and white.
Yeah, it's like a shape shifting.
Yeah, it's a shapeshifter that like got in and is starting eating people, and he turns into those people.
Oh, so it's like Among Us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is like Among Us.
Dang.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get copy.
I mean, but that's just like a who did it,
Yeah, I guess so.
It's like
It's like real suspenseful.
Case of who did it.
it's pretty good though.
You see the dog?
Yeah, the dog.
That was creepy. Yeah, all the animation's like old school, so it's like all claymation. It makes it even twice as scarier.
That's creepy.
It's kind of gross sometimes.
Dude,
Yeah.
this isn't a horror movie, but have y'all seen Fantastic Planet?
Yes.
Dude, you haven't seen Fantastic Planet?
Dude, my dad used to show me that movie.
You need to watch that if you're doing the thing that you were telling me you were doing later. You need to watch that movie.
Fantastic Planet is
On
so
It's on
Well, no, but why?
because
it's worth it.
it's
worth
it's pretty trippy. That's cool.
My favorite movie is Fantastic Mr. Fox.
That's a good movie too.
It is a good movie. Whoa,
It's my favorite movie.
that was a good one.
It was. Huh?
You never seen that either?
You never seen Fantastic Mr. Fox? Well, you gotta watch it.
That's a good one.
It's existentially amazing.
Existentially charged.
It makes your like look on life a little different.
Yeah.
I watched it when I was pretty young, but
What's that term called? Existentialism.
yeah,
A little bit.
It's like more. It's like deeper than what it actually is.
yeah, like you're watching a fox be kind of greedy.
You ever seen Surf's Up?
Oh, I love surf.
That's a perfect example of existentialism.
Yeah. Or
Cody this, Cody that.
have you ever watched Juno? The one with Elliot Page,
The pregnant teen.
the pregnant teenager with Michael Cera.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, you're good. I mean, but yeah, no, that's also like I think that's my favorite movie of all time. But there's like I don't know some weird messages behind it that just kind of make me feel a little warm inside.
Fantastic Planet will really do that to you as well.
Fantastic Planet. I might watch it later.
That one's weird. It's pretty weird.
It's pretty abstract.
I haven't finished it. Yeah, it was made in the late '60s. It's like an animated type of thing, but it's like 2D, but it's really good.
It's like
I don't even know how to describe it.
it is.
I didn't even finish.
It's a perfect example of a DMT trip.
Oh, dude, I'm so scared of doing that. Like,
Me too.
dude, honest to God,
Yeah.
I feel like if I do that shit, I'm just gonna like die.
You will.
No, like I'm gonna have like.
You'll become somebody else.
Well, I know, but I'm scared. Like, what if I'm not funny anymore? Like, what if I become super serious and I just become like some philosopher or something?
Or like you see something so crazy that it just totally trips.
Yeah, I
your
just
mind.
There's
180.
no humor in this life.
Yeah, I know. Like, well, I just become like super emo. Like, I just like default to
Everything
my
is
middle school me, and I'm just like super emo. I was like, nothing matters. Like, everybody's gonna.
No, I
I've
think
already seen everything.
I think you might realize that everything matters more than you think it does.
I mean, I'm already kind of getting there. You know,
Yeah,
it kind of just happens. But
yeah. But I think it maybe as you just get older, you realize
yeah, you do kind of.
like certain things are a little more important than you give them credit for.
Yeah. Yeah, the more I get older, the more I start realizing. It's like, oh,
I know.
shit.
I'm like, whoa. Due to like watching people grow up. Like I got a niece and she's just about to be 3. And like I've never had like a little kid in the family that
Yeah.
watch them grow up, you know, and it's weird. It's like that was me like 20 years ago. I was in that same spot. That's like you're gonna be me 20 years later, you know what I mean? It's crazy.
That is a
Like
crazy.
watching your parents get older and stuff.
And then you start looking back and it's like, damn, I was this age.
Yeah.
Like they were my age from like that point in time, from seeing that picture. And that's how old I am now.
Yeah, right there.
When I think of stuff like that and everything, I'm just like looking at the ground and I'm like, where the fuck has time gone?
Yeah, it's crazy because I don't remember where I read this, but it was somebody said that time passes faster once you get out of high school
Yeah.
because you get a job and you go through that like never-ending cycle of just doing the same shit over and over again. That time just goes by like this,
Yeah.
and then like you think 10 years went by, where you're actually like pushing 50, and you're like, holy shit, like where'd my life go?
Yeah.
Shit. During I think it was July or August or whatever, we had my 10-year class reunion, and I'm just like, where the fuck? Like, I swear it was just like a few years ago.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But I didn't go because it was at the range. I don't play golf or whatever, so I wasn't gonna waste my time or whatever. But like, it does make you think of stuff like that, like about time and how you had said you're just
Right.
constant.
Yeah.
So
2050 is closer to 1990.
Yeah, it is.
That's wild.
2050 is closer than it is to 1990 right now.
That's actually pretty crazy.
I think it's like 30 years.
30 years ago, and it's
It's 25 till
I'm a 95 baby. God damn.
damn.
Yeah, I guess 1990 was 34 years ago, actually.
yeah.
To be specific.
Yeah, that's
Sorry to
crazy.
be that guy. But.
Actually,
Only 34.
The 90s were the best. 90s babies.
Were pretty cool.
Dude, you were in there for like 5 years.
yeah. What do you know about it?
I remember everything. Like I remember my first beer growing up because my dad, it was a Budweiser. And yeah,
Sell out.
In the 90s?
I remember everything because I remember living in
5 years old drinking Budweiser.
5, then it'd be 2000. If you were from 2000. If you were born in 1995,
That's what I'm saying. He was 4 drinking a beer.
4. Yeah, going on 4.
in 99,
99, yeah.
that's the last year.
Yeah. I remember.
We gained consciousness. He took a sip of that Budweiser. His third eye opened up.
And I remember, like, it was a Budweiser can. I remember it because that can, I wish my company would bring back one time. It was the red and white can of the Budweiser, the classic look of it.
You mean white and red? It's a white can with red outline in there.
Is zebra black with white stripes or white with black stripes?
Just depends on how they were born.
Depends how you think about it.
One's born and one's just thinking about it.
Are you?
It might be.
I'm thinking about it now.
But yeah, like I remember that, and then now I'm like, I drink Budweiser. All because of that, now I drink Budweiser. That's my go-to beer if I actually drink beer.
I think a zebra is white with black stripes.
No, they're black with white stripes.
How do you know?
I think they're black.
I think they're white with black stripes.
Well, actually, their skins are striped anyways. So if you shave a zebra, they're striped.
Maybe
Same with tigers.
they're just black and white. Maybe it really is just black and white.
I don't know, because my cat, like, if you shave my cat, because she was shaved whenever she got her neutered. Not neutered, is it neutered? Spayed. When she got
Like, it wouldn't be a girl.
yeah, my bad. My cat, whenever she got
Anymore.
yeah, not anymore. Whenever she got spayed, her tummy didn't have any stripes, but now it's pretty striped. But I'm pretty sure if you shave a zebra down, they have stripes.
Maybe.
Same with a tiger.
Pink skin.
Mm.
You know, because every time you like shave somebody, it's always like an animal.
Right, they got like the little pink. Yeah, no. Look up bald zebra right now.
Can we get it on screen?
Yeah, can we get it on screen?
What color is zebra skin?
I think we used to be able to do
No,
that.
I'm joking. Don't do that. It's okay.
Oh, no, it is. Apparently, according to Britannica, since white stripes only exist because pigment is denied, black is understood to be the default color of a zebra. Beneath all that fur, zebras have black skin too.
Fucking nerds.
A shaved zebra, it says a shaved zebra without any stripes could be almost unrecognizable as an all black animal. That's interesting.
So they're all black?
Yeah, I guess so. But then there's like the albino zebras that are tan and white. The black is actually tan.
Then how are they albino? The albino is just white.
Or it's a golden zebra. The blonde zebra? I don't know. Maybe
Diving down a rabbit hole you don't want to get in.
just Tristan.
We got a golden zebra before GTA 6.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. Yeah, I guess it is.
Zebra is all black.
Yeah.
I guess so.
All black.
I guess it's black and then it just where the white is.
It just gets white.
Yeah. Oh, look at this one.
That's not real.
Oh, shit. That's beautiful.
It's turned into wings. It's crazy. Yeah, this AI getting crazy these days.
Yeah. So how's that with y'all with having the comparison or like having a challenge in AI like artwork and
Honestly,
We're trying to stay away from that.
yeah,
As much as we can.
We don't really do anything with AI.
you know if you really like listen to the AI, you hear how like poppy it is. because like of the algorithm that the AIs have. If you listen to it and if you actually like mess with it, it's all the same generic thing that you can think of.
Really?
It gives you the most basic like style, like Beatles style.
Right, because it's programmed.
Yeah. So is it actually AI?
I see. I haven't listened to any AI music, but the question that I have is like, if somebody takes, like, if you go into like Chat GPT or whatever it is, and you say, I want to make a song that is styled like a Drake song or whatever, and that sounds like Drake, but I want you to sing about this. And then it creates that, and it sounds like a Drake song, and it like sounds like Drake rapping it, but it's not his lyrics. It's like it's just random lyrics or whatever. And it's like, well, and then my mind goes to like intellectual property. So it's like, who owns that? Because the AI created it, but it's artificially recreating Drake's style and voice or whoever.
Well, you can copyright your voice technically.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. I
You
get
can take them
that's true.
for like impersonation. Technically, I think impersonation, you can take that to court.
Yeah, I think you can nowadays.
Yeah, it's like how do you like because there's no laws right now. Like AI is still so new.
Yeah.
And like, or at least to this, like, I mean, AI is not new. It's been around since the 80s, but like to this level, this is like the newest that we've seen, the most powerful that we've seen. So it's like, because there's a dude, I think in Europe, that makes electronic music with AI, and he has like over 2,000 tracks out right now, and he has over 1 million streams.
Dang.
Like he just is like raking in streaming, which isn't a lot. Like obviously you don't get like shit from streaming services.
No.
But you don't even get you get like 0.0015 cents per.
It's like you get I think like Spotify is like you get 1 million plays, you get $1,000.
That's insane.
Yeah, dude. Like to put it into perspective, Metallica, when they were doing their big tour, they were selling out shows. They were making bank, like $60 million a show or something.
Yeah.
They were making hella money. And they had over 1 billion streams on Spotify. And I think they made, or maybe, no, they were making $6 million in merch sales, like per show, right? And with their streaming count, I heard that they made like $6 million off of streaming, but it's like, they're making $6 million in merch every show.
That's for like a full years of streaming.
That's like a full year's worth of streams.
Yeah.
So it's like, to put into perspective, like it really ain't shit.
Right. It's better. It's better off for like, since everybody's like doing streams, it's like, how can you make money now just by like, if like you can have this certain way of making hard copies.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And honestly, like the way I feel like the best way to make money off of like doing shows and stuff is merchandise and ticket sales.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's really the only two. It's like the only ways you can make your money. You know what I mean? And like back in the day, it was like you would go tour to promote your record, so that people would go to the store and go buy your record, because then you got mechanical royalties.
And then you would have some like special edition ones like at the show.
Yeah, and then you got like, you know, but it wasn't like it's different now, because now you gotta like put out your music to promote people to come to your live show, so that they buy your ticket and buy your t-shirts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because because nobody's going to hardly anybody goes to the record store anymore. I mean, vinyls are back and like definitely more popular now than they have been in the past few years, I guess. They're a little more niche, and then like cassettes and CDs. I feel like because of all the digital shit, people are starting to go back towards analog. They're like kind of like the physical.
Yeah.
You open up a vinyl and there's like artwork and lyric sheets, and you can actually hold the music in your hands. It's tangible.
Yeah, and if you're playing the turntable, you don't even need the speakers. You can just put your ear right in front of it, and you can hear it come out of your needle.
But it's like, and like I buy CDs all the time.
Yeah.
I love having CDs.
I buy vinyls.
Yeah. I've got a whole stack of. I don't buy them anymore because I've spent too much money on them and they're expensive. You know, the only vinyls I buy now are King Giz vinyls because I want all of them.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, no, just having something tangible. And then like, it's also something, I got this CD from this band. Can you sign it? Like if you're standing at the merch table, you know, then you got something that you can hold and you can look at and be like, I remember that show. it's a memory, it's a moment, you know, and like I feel like that's more what we're trying to do. We're just trying to like create those moments and those experiences for people, you know, rather than just like, oh, I remember this song came on autoplay and it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'll put it in my library.
That'd be badass if like y'all make a cassette and then y'all sell it to like Rouse Records.
Yeah, I want to
some older guy, like, you know, music head, he finds this and it's like a brand new cassette, but to him it's not.
It's like, whoa,
And he
people
plays
still
that.
doing this?
Yeah.
You know, yeah. And
That'd be badass.
yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's different times, you know, but it's trying to get people to come out and experience you live. You know?
Yeah.
Because I don't know, so many people are doing the online stuff and it's great and it works for them, you know what I mean? And like, not that we're not trying to do online stuff, but I don't want to be a TikTok content creator.
Exactly.
I don't want to be making like clickbaity videos to get people to check out our profile. You know what I mean? I want people to see our profile and be like, whoa, that's what their live shows look like.
Like they stumble upon it.
Yeah, and they're like, whoa, these shows look badass. Like, I want to go experience that. You know what I mean? Because that's the other thing. A lot of people don't post pictures of their live shows. A lot of people just post, like, they'll post pictures of them on stage at their live shows, but they don't post videos or pictures of, like, what the show looked like.
Right.
What the crowd looked like, what the energy was like.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so, like, that's kind of what, like, that's what I really want to try to do is show people like, look, this is what's going on. You know, this is what's actually happening at these shows. And like, it's real and you can experience it too.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Because people got FOMO.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. Because they see that big crowd and they're like, that looks fun as hell. Like, I want to go to that. And then they come out, they tell their friends and they come out to the next one. You know what I mean? And then they buy your t-shirt and buy your merch. And then that just helps you buy more merch and just keep it kind of sustaining itself. You know?
Yeah.
And it's not like we're making bank or anything, like selling t-shirts, you know what I mean? It kind of just supports itself.
Right.
Once you get it established, it's just kind of you just kind of keep it growing and let it, okay, now we can have a new item of merchandise to sell, or, we can take this money and use it to fund our record. So it's like, it's really funded by the fans, you know what I mean? It's like, and that's kind of, you got to keep them in mind too. And like, I guess you got to make music that you love, but also that, you know, you're like, I think somebody else could relate to this, or, you know, somebody else is going to enjoy this. And if your fans if you got cool fans, I guess, like they'll love you no matter what it is that you're doing. You know what I mean? It's like, that's what sucks about like Linkin Park. They're just shitting on like probably people that love Linkin Park are shitting on them. You know what I mean?
And mainly it is their fan base.
Yeah.
That's
Hurting
you
on
know,
them.
yeah.
And it's like, that's sad, honestly. You know, I hate to see that. I hate to hear about that. Because it's like, then who are you doing it for at that point?
Yeah, I know.
You know, it's like,
not for your ego.
yeah, now you just got to do it for yourself at that point. It's like, yeah, we want to do it for ourselves, but we also want, you know,
Everybody else has
Support.
you want the support. You got to have, nobody's supporting you. It's like, well, what am I even doing this for?
Right.
And that's when you start getting depressed. And that's when you start being like, well, am I really supposed to be doing this?
Yeah.
I think that's part of the reason that we've continued like keeping our energy up and are just still hungry, because we've had such a good, like, we've been received very well, I feel like.
Right.
You know what I mean? In Lubbock, at least. And I feel like we'll be received pretty well in other places too. You know, it's just a matter of sitting out there. But yeah, when you go to a show, when you plan a big show and you're like, man, I hope people show up. I don't know if people are going to show up. And then you sell out and it's like, oh yeah, we're doing something right. You know, like people are vibing with what we're doing. We're just going to keep doing it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, as long as people are fucking with us, like we're going to keep doing what we do. But it's like, if nobody's listening to us and nobody's showing up to our shows, then it's,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of like, what do we do now? You know, maybe we're doing something wrong.
I just keep playing.
Yeah. No, I mean, honestly, it's like, you kind of have to have that. Like, I'll play if there's one person in the crowd or two people in the crowd, or 200 people in the crowd. You know?
Exactly. Yeah.
But it definitely is more fun when there's people there.
Yeah.
I think it makes for a better show for everybody, especially on us, because you can literally feel the energy of the people that are sitting right in front of you.
Yeah.
Just you're projecting towards them and they're projecting right back at you. You know what I mean? And like, from some of because I've been able just to notice it from some of the, like the Jake shows, because some are bigger than others, you know what I mean? And like,
I went to, we met at that bar PM,
yeah.
and that was really,
Yeah. And there was
really like,
quite a few people there. It was like a little concert in a bar.
Yeah, that was really, it was really fun.
It was pretty dope, right?
And then like the people were walking by, they would just stand there and like while you were playing, they were all dancing. It was really cool to see. It's like you don't see that a lot here in Lubbock.
You don't see
Yeah, I was trying to figure out where y'all were in that video that you, I think you sent it to me or whatever.
Yeah, that was at Bar PM.
I didn't know if it was Bar PM, local, or like Atomic,
Oh yeah.
everything. I didn't know. I was trying to figure it out and everything.
They usually don't have live bands at local or Atomic. Well, local's not even a thing anymore. I forgot what it's called. They
been a
changed.
while.
They changed their name, or somebody bought them out. I'm not sure.
It's been a while since I've been there, but
They usually do DJs and stuff.
yeah. And I know Atomic gets fucking lit at night.
Atomic does get pre-packed.
Yeah, so that's why I thought it was Atomic and everything, because I've been there at night and
Yeah.
it's pretty full. So,
Right.
and I think at their entrance, it's like a pretty decent size. I think in the corner.
Yeah, and they got the door that opens up.
Yeah.
and stuff, or I think, or maybe that's local. I'm thinking of, but yeah, no, it's always more fun when people are fucking with you, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, you still got to be like, even if nobody shows up, I'm still gonna play, because
Exactly.
we've been in that situation before, and I feel like anybody starting out is gonna be in that situation. You're not gonna get a band together and have a sold out show your first time.
Mm-mm.
It just doesn't work that way,
Right.
you know, unless you blow up on TikTok. But the guys that blew up on TikTok, I mean, they probably posted 200, 300 videos before that got like 200 views, you know what I mean? And then they had one that blows up and it's like changes your life.
Right.
But
I feel like that's just like the easy way out. you know?
too, it can be, yeah. It's like, it's very unlikely that it's going to happen, but it's like, it's gambling. It's like, oh, but it could happen.
Yeah, it could happen.
We could get that one video and it could change our, it could happen to us. You know what I mean? And so you fall into that pit of just like posting video after video, following trend after trend, and everybody that does it hates it. There's so many people that are like, I hate doing this. And it's like a meme in the music community that's like, oh, I have to sell myself and make content and do all this for some views and shit.
Gotta
And
do
it's like,
nothing.
yeah, it's like that sounds horrible. Why-
Yeah, that sounds
I don't
lame.
want to do that.
Yeah, like,
For
kills the fun.
The chance of getting a bunch of followers, it's like I'd rather go town to town and bust my ass playing it in each city and building up
Yeah.
a following in each city rather than just get plastered on the internet.
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly. Because at one point it'll get overplayed because you know how everybody's minds are. They'll just
Yeah,
so
'cause,
quick.
yeah.
Yeah, because then there's so much pressure on you.
But if you have something that's genuine instead of something that's made for moving fast, yes,
That's exactly.
that's like where the true watchers are at, and that's where like the true like fans and someone with a deeper meaning, if not that's somebody that's looking for that meaning for that to happen.
Right. And it's like, and I'm not trying to talk shit, but like, I always think about like Dexter and the Moon Rocks. You know, I mean, like blowing up like the way that they did on TikTok and stuff. And it's like, I guess it gets, you blow up like that for a certain sound. And then it's like, well, where do you go from there?
Exactly. It's just that next step.
Everybody is now expecting this sound out of you.
Yeah.
Everybody expects you to be this thing. And if you stray from that,
You're gonna get the Linkin Park treatment.
you may risk losing your fans that like you for what you blew up off of. So it's like, are you just going to continue to make the same sound for the rest of your life? Like that sounds boring to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's just the same sentence just reworded. You know?
Yeah.
There's only so many words in the English language too. So
Yeah.
Or just even the same sound. Like if each one of your songs has the same vibe and it's like, it starts off and it's like, oh yeah, I kind of expected that.
Right.
Then it's, I don't know, it kind of takes like, but again, if that's what you like doing, if that's where your heart is like making that type of music and you love that sound and it's working for a guy, then I mean, hey, you do what you want to do because somebody's got to make that sound. You know what I mean? Somebody's got to fill that role. But I want to be able to make this type of song and then come over here and make this type of song and then somewhere in the middle and then something out of left field and it's just like, oh yeah, that's Velvet Grove. Like,
Oh yeah,
like,
100%.
that's just what they do.
Yeah.
Like, and it's expected that you're going to be off.
You can be thrown off.
You're going to be thrown off by whatever it may be. But sometimes you may be pleasantly surprised that it's something similar to what you've heard from us before, you know?
Yeah.
You're talking about making different sound and everything. Like in the music, you know, you got Mr. Marshall Mathers. He has different personas, You got Eminem, you got Slim Shady, Marshall Mathers.
Like different faces.
Yeah, and
and stuff.
like it all three of those were wonderful, but Slim Shady did almost get him canceled back in the day and everything. And yeah, it's just like he made music with all of his personas and everything. It made money. Yeah, Recovery was kind of like, you know, it was crap.
There she go. Shake it. She said that shit to the
Yeah, like, you know, Recovery was down and everything, but you know,
It was like that party mix. You know?
yeah,
It's like that's the thing. You can't be afraid of making something that's shit. You know?
yeah,
That's very true.
and I'm an Eminem fan. I really am. I stole my first CD from my brother, which was the Eminem Show and everything.
do.
Me and my sister, we snuck into my brother's room when he came to stay with us, and I found an Eminem CD, and I was like, huh. So I would play it when he was out with his friends, and I was like, oh, hell yeah. So my dad was like yelling out his name and everything, telling him to turn it down. I come out of the room, and it's me listening to the music. He's like, oh, okay, and just went away.
It's like whatever.
Yeah. So ever since then, like, I listened to Eminem and everything, and I was like, hell yeah, bro. Like, I love his music. Like, one of my all-time favorite songs was Cleaning Out My Closet. Or Cleaning Out Closet or whatever it was. That song actually got me because it was like there was a lot of shit that his mom did wrong and everything. And then he also made a song apologizing to his mom for all the stuff that he said in the past and everything. So, you know, there's the like just shit talking, and you know, like it all, like every band, every singer, or artist, they have different sounds and everything. And I'm glad that some people have multiple, you know, making money off of it and everything. So I think it's best to have a different sound other than trying to repeat and copy somebody else's.
Yeah, it's cool to be diverse, you know, and not just like a one-trick pony. You know what I mean? It's like I was thinking like AC/DC, you know? I mean, they made hella money. He made hella fans, you know, but it's like every AC/DC song sounds like Highway to Hell. Sounds like the AC/DC song.
That all sounds the same. I'm not really a big fan of AC/DC.
I'm not either.
No hate or anything, but like it just sounds
You
the
got to
same.
give credit where credit is due, but it's
Yeah.
like, you know, I've got my taste, they got theirs. So it's like,
Exactly.
again, perfect example of, hey, if it works, fucking ride that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Ride it out. If you're happy, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If you're happy doing that, like, kudos to you. I would just like, I want to always be doing something different, something new, you know, not get stuck in the same loop. And
Yeah.
I think just all of us being as like determined and I guess eager as we are, we're still like, we're always kind of in that headspace of, we're searching for that next song. We're searching for that next new sound, that next like new riff or beat or whatever, line, melody, whatever it is, you know, always trying to find the next new thing that pops up or comes to us, you know, and it's just like a chase, but I don't know.
It's wonderful.
Yeah. But it's fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot, but it's fun. We have a lot of laughs.
Sometimes.
Sometimes we don't like each other, but we still.
But that's the thing. I mean, you gotta learn to deal with the good and the bad of everybody. If we're gonna be in here for 15 plus years, we might as well just get used to the good and the bad.
Exactly. Yeah.
I just figure out, because a lot of times, like me and Quinn have had this conversation before. It's like a lot of the times it's like the way somebody projects themselves and the way you like react to it is a lot of times more of an internal thing within yourself, not so much like obviously sometimes it is like, oh, this person's being a dick, you know what I mean? But it's like, why is that pissing you off? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, why is what they said or how they acted, why does that make me mad? What is it inside of me? Like, what problem what's the internal conflict there? You know? And so a lot of times, like, instead, I feel
like sometimes people will be quick to jump and be like, oh, you're wrong for making me mad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, if you stop and think for a second, it's like, why did I get mad? Sometimes it is the other person, but sometimes it is like, oh, well, I've got some shit that I'm still dealing with, you know, either consciously or subconsciously, that needs to be addressed. And it's like, if you just blow up and like get pissed off, well, then that makes the other person mad. And then you get conflict between everybody and it becomes a problem. Right. When egos clash, nobody wants to admit that they're wrong or something, you know? So like, I always try to like take a step, if I get upset or so about something or pissed off, I always try to take a step back and just evaluate, you know, like step outside of the situation and evaluate it from a different angle.
And take a breather.
Yeah, it's like
Get back in
before you say something that you don't mean.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You a bigger person than me. I step forward.
And sometimes that's like what you got to do. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a case by case basis, I guess. But I always,
It really does depend on what they say, though.
yeah, it does depend. Like if somebody's like talking mad shit, I'm not going to be like, he internally reflect on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, hey, fuck you. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, let's hear yourself.
Yeah, if somebody's talking shit to me, like I won't step back or anything. I'm going all in.
Right.
That's where I come in to stop them.
Right.
Yeah, we gotta have a voice of reason somewhere.
Yeah. Especially if it's like somebody that's not in your inner circle. Like if some dude was pissing me off like outside, like if we were at the bar or something and some dude was causing problems, obviously that's a different situation. Like I'm not gonna recluse and like, you know, like step inside of myself or whatever and just like be like, oh. But it's like, you know, you say something back or you just diffuse the situation or just ignore him or whatever. And you're like, you know, screw that guy. But like when it's like in here,
It's like a reoccurring issue, and then it just keeps happening. Right?
sometimes, yeah, you know, usually until it's addressed. That's part of our problem. Sometimes nobody wants to step on somebody else's toes.
Yeah, we just kind of ignore the elephant in the room sometimes, and it eventually just goes away. Like eventually,
Sometimes, yeah.
If that's how it works,
sometimes it's something so like small and stupid that like, yeah, we all know it's there, but there's no reason to address it because it's so small and stupid that we'd rather just ignore it and let it cool off by itself than to bring it up and then be like, well, he said this and that, and then he said this and that, where it's just like, okay, well, we're not getting anywhere with this. Just put it in the corner again.
yeah. And that sounds so like, I mean, that's totally natural having that. Because, like, I mean, at the same time, I mean, it's a band. It's more of like one thing into three people. Right. You know? So it's like your voice fighting with your conscious every day. So it's just like you live with your conscious every day for the rest of your life until you lose it somehow. But until then, you're stuck with it, you know? So even though it's going to talk shit to you, you have to be that other.
Yeah, you got to tame it.
Yeah, exactly.
See, that's the thing. I like to think of there's two voices inside of you. There's your inner voice that you talk with yourself, and then there's your like the voice of reason.
Right.
So like every single time I get into an argument with my girlfriend, I'll be like, she'll say something, and then one part of me is like, oh, just rip her to shreds. Like say something that'll piss her off, and then the other side is like, well, don't do that.
That's just going to cause.
That's going to cause more problems. She's going to, so
It's like which one's going to win.
Yeah, exactly. Well, like at
Which
work.
one's going to take the bait?
Yeah, I know that feeling. I really do because me and mine, we're smart asses.
Right,
We really
yeah,
are.
you want to
like
be right.
we'll attack each other no matter what. Like
Yeah, it's like
like you know she's throwing jabs at me or whatever, and I'm like, or you know what? That's why your forehead big or whatever.
Exactly.
You know, it's just stupid shit and whatever. And like that, like he said, that's our love language or whatever. But at the end of the day, we're gonna fix it and go from there. Move on from the situation or whatever. But yeah, like
Against the problem.
yeah. But we do attack each other on shit and everything. We do say hurtful shit and everything. But it's hard to stop arguing with her because it's like, I'm end up saying the last thing.
Who's going to win?
And then
That's the ego talking.
and the shit that pisses me off too is like when we're arguing, she just stops talking. And I'm like, no, you're supposed to argue with me.
Go. Let's get into this is over. But you're not there. Until I say we're done. I get to rag this ass. I can you back in it.
So like Just like earlier, we were kind of a little argument or whatever. I just go into the room. I'm in the living room. I'm like, are you not gonna talk to me? Like, are you not gonna end up discussing what's going on? And she's just reading her book or something or whatever. And I was just like, you're supposed to talk to me. I'm talking to you. And then finally, I go right back to the room because she was like, can you just leave and close the door? I leave the door open. I just go back to the living room. And then I would go back into the room. I'm sorry. What were you wanting to talk about earlier? So it kind of killed me to say I'm sorry to her. I was wrong or whatever because I wasn't listening. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks having to apologize to anybody in general.
That's
Like,
always hard.
Yeah, it's because it's like you have to be the bigger man. Like you don't want to be wrong, but if you're wrong, you kind of be like, okay, well, I'm sorry. Like,
Most of the time, I won't even apologize.
right?
For shit.
Yeah.
Like to her, yeah. Everybody else, no, I won't
Yeah.
because I did it. You know, I'm not gonna say sorry if I already did it.
That's one
You know-
of my least favorite words is sorry. I've
Yeah,
had friends that it's like after any like minor little thing, oh, I'm sorry. And I'm just like, dude, don't be sorry. Do what you do.
Do better.
Like if that's who you are, be yourself and be unapologetic about
See,
it.
that's why I don't really say sorry to people. Like if something happens, I'll be like, oh, my bad. Like my
I mean, I
bad.
say I apologize.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
like it's, you know, when I really want to apologize, that's when I pull out the I'm sorry. Like when it's
like,
genuine, it's like, yeah, like
sorry.
it's like I'm sorry, that was stupid. Like
I really don't even say sorry unless it's to her and everything. Everybody else, like if I did something to you wrong, then I won't admit I was wrong. I won't tell you I'm sorry. I'll acknowledge I did it, but I won't let you know that I am sorry because it's already in the past.
Or just take ownership for it. Like he said, oh, that's my bad.
right.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say that. Like I'll just let them like if you aren't part of my group or whatever, I really won't say sorry.
Yeah.
Like pretty much like fuck your feelings. Like really, that's just how I am. Like I don't have that much friends at all. So like everybody else's feelings really doesn't matter to me anymore. Like I had so many friends out of high school, and then it went down to like literally 2.
Yeah.
So like that's my girl and him.
And keep the real ones around.
Yeah, so it's just like fuck everybody else's feelings really. Like I'm not gonna apologize for anything that I did to y'all or whatever, you know, because at the end of the day, y'all wouldn't do the same. It's constantly keep happening.
You
So
don't give people the benefit of the doubt ever. You don't give people the benefit of the doubt.
I give every man a chance.
Yeah, I give
everyone a chance until you show me a flaw.
yeah, I was gonna say I give everybody like 2 tries, except my girlfriend. I give her like a bunch.
It's unlimited.
Yeah, no, I mean, she gets to do her thing, you know. Happy wife, happy life.
For real.
Yeah, but like other than that, I give every man a chance. You know, man or woman, I give them a chance. If they show me a flaw, then you're done.
It's like, yeah, I'm the same way with like my trust. Like I trust you until you give me a reason not to trust you. You know, it's like, especially on like the business side of things, it's like if I'm trusting you to do a task, it's like I want that task to be done. And if it doesn't get done, then it's like, well, I can't trust you to get this done for me. Now I got to do it myself or find somebody else that can do it. And nobody else is ever going to do it the way we've had this conversation so many times. Like if you want something right, you got to do it yourself.
Yeah.
You know, which
Unfortunately.
which freaking sucks.
Unfortunately.
It's like, man, I wish I could just trust all my buddies and my homies. to,
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
help me out. And like, you know, you need me to do something, I'll help you out too. You know, just let me know. But unfortunately, the world doesn't work that way, you know?
Yeah,
'Cause
no.
At the end of the day, we all are selfish people. We all think about ourselves. We're all very egotistical. You know, some people are like more giving and caring than others, you know, but at the end of the day, it's I've got to eat, I've got to make money, I've got to get sleep, I've got to do this, that, whatever. You know what I mean? Before I take care of this person, before I take care of this person.
Right.
And then I think that's like, there's not a problem with that as long as it's not like all the time, like, oh no, I can't do this thing for you because I've got to worry about myself actually. Oh, you asked me for help? No, sorry, I can't do that. Like, I mean, unless you really can't and you say it up front, you know, and it's like, no, I can't do that. I'm sorry. And then it's like, okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
But like saying you can and then not doing it, then it's like,
Yeah, that's the,
trust, you know,
that's the part where like when this podcast started, that's where it really started showing with everybody.
yeah.
And that's when I was like, I'm not like his mindset. I'm more of a non-biased person. I just go with the wind flows, you know? to mostly say yes, and there's a lot of times I say no to a lot of things, but if it's offered, I'm always going to say yes, you know. And I slowly started to learn that eventually because of this podcast, because like I would always ask people like, hey, you want to hang out? Well, I'll just record and you would just hang out, do whatever, you know, we can drink, no big deal. And they would say, yeah, but then like as soon as 7 o'clock hits, 8 o'clock hits, 9 o'clock hits,
I forgot I got this thing I gotta go do.
yeah, and that's like happened like 5 or 7 times
It's
already
hell
for us.
Too.
It's really annoying because then you have something planned and they didn't see it like how you did it. They just saw it just like as a talk.
Yeah.
And then when that time came, left you on red, they don't talk to you. Like I totally get what you mean when it comes by of losing trust like that.
Yeah, because it just makes you see the other person different, and it's always harder to rebuild that trust.
Yeah.
You know, it's real easy. It's real easy to break somebody's trust. It's a lot harder to gain it back. You know,
It is. That's like the hard part.
yeah,
And that's how you really know that person is really meant for your life.
yeah,
Is if they're wanting to build that back.
yeah, and they're on the same page, and you can like you talk about
Yeah.
stuff and be like, we're gonna do this, this, and this, and they're like, I got you, bro. Like I'm right here with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they're also thinking about things. Well, we could do it this way, and we could do this, that, and you're
Yeah, having their own form of ideas.
exactly. It's like bring something to the table. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. Well, I feel like a lot of people like to, they think it would be cool in theory to be a part of something. You know what I mean? And then when it actually comes down to like putting in work to be a part of it, it's like, oh, well, I kind of just want a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you can't have that.
You can't have that.
It's like, yeah,
You got to earn that.
yeah, you gotta like put in the effort and do
I can't
your
just do it
shit.
for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then if I do it, then why would I give it to you? Because I'm the one that did it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
But yeah,
What do y'all think? I know y'all were pretty quiet there.
yeah. Quinn's been pretty quiet over there.
Yeah.
I'm tired, man. That's what I think.
No, that's valid. That's very valid. No, it's about his
That's past my bedtime.
it is past his bedtime. Bobby going to sleep at 7 in the afternoon, wakes up at 2 to get his little snack, goes back to bed, wakes up at 7 o'clock.
Play guitar, go to the gym.
Yeah, real.
He's got the worst sleep schedule. But I mean, I guess it works for him. So.
Well, we've been doing it for about 2 hours and 30 minutes already. So, like, I mean, totally good when y'all are.
Whatever y'all want.
Y'all got any other
Any
big questions?
Concerns, thoughts.
I wanted to know y'all's more of like questions or thoughts or just anything y'all want to say. Pretty much just anything.
Totally sorry. This brain is just hollow right now. I'm so tired.
Totally get it.
I'm usually talking the most at the interviews too.
I've been yapping.
I'm letting y'all take the floor. I'm kind of liking this change a little bit.
I don't know.
Anything y'all want to plug in? Anything? Y'all got any dates? Got any?
We got
When is this podcast going to be up?
What's today? Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah, today is. Yeah.
Probably Tuesday.
we got bar PM on the 8th.
Yeah, we've got the 9th. We've got a house show at this place called Greenhouse.
Yeah.
Not this Friday, but next Friday on the 8th. And then we play bar PM at 10:30 on the 9th. There's also there's this like group here in Lubbock. There's some friends that we went to school with.
Yeah, some rappers and EDM.
Yeah, rappers and EDM and DJs and stuff.
Nice.
They started this thing called Blue House Productions. That's like a little production company that is trying to like build up a roster of like rappers, bands, DJs and stuff, and try to help get people gigs, just network and stuff like that. And they're putting on a show, which I need to get you in touch with Clayton because he's trying to do a podcast too.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But and our manager Bruce, but they're doing a show at Prima Vista
On the 1st.
the 1st, which I guess is Friday.
Yeah,
right?
that's Friday.
Yeah, November 1st at Prima Vista. It's like a EDM rap show
Okay.
that they're Halloween costume contest and stuff like that. So
That's Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah, it is Dia de los Muertos. That is it.
It's a good day.
Is it?
Well, kind of.
It's remembrance. It's
Yeah.
remembrance. It's what's it called? Melancholic. That's the word I'm looking
Yeah.
for.
That's a good word. I like that word. I only know that word because of the gorillas.
Real melancholy.
That's the only. That's the
So it's a little weird.
That's a banger.
gorillas goes hard. Gorillas is bad.
What do you think about Blur?
Blur. Ghost Ship.
Huh?
Ghost Ship.
No.
Blur, like the band.
Yeah.
They have a song called Ghost Ships.
Ghost ships? Ghost ships?
Yeah, Ghost Ships.
Oh. Nah, never heard of it. I've only heard I don't really fuck with Blur. That one song that's really good. It's called Girls and Boys.
Yeah.
Kind of like it's kind of like disco-y, you know? Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of banging. I like it.
Ghost Ships is more of like, it has more of a, like a 311 vibe to it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really good. I should check it out.
I might listen to it on the way home.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, other than that, we've got our first out of town show in Denton on January 3rd.
Nice.
So we're kicking off 2025 with our first out of town show.
Starting up big.
So yeah, starting
Nice.
out big, baby.
Where's that going to be at?
It's just
Dallas.
Yeah, but the venue.
it's this place called the Green Lounge. I think it's relatively new. We just hit them up and they were like, "Yeah, how does this date sound?" We're like, "Okay, cool." So
nice.
we're like, "Yes, please give us the show." But it's like a smoke shop that has a stage inside of it.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's
I
pretty
thought
cool.
I think it's going to be pretty interesting. But I've talked to some people that are from Denton and they're like, "I've never heard of it." So I think it's pretty new.
Huh. Nice.
But it should be pretty dope. Yeah. So starting off the year, in another town, that hopefully that'll lead to some bigger and better things. Hopefully 2025 will be a prosperous year.
Right.
Velvet Grow.
Our album does come out.
Our album
January.
out in January.
Hopefully.
Nice.
January or February, depends on
Early 2025.
How many songs y'all got on there?
6.
Nice.
35 minutes, so it qualifies
Nice.
as an album.
Nice. As long as
We keep calling it the EP though. But yeah, no, we're really hoping that after that drops, that's going to be a pretty big deal for us. And it's going to be super high quality. We recorded it at Amusement Park Studio with Scott Ferris, and he was really great to work with.
nice.
He's mixing it right now, or actually, I think he's mixing it later this week. Probably should be starting on it. Get it mastered, get a marketing plan, and push it out there.
That'd be bad.
Try hopefully not let it get lost in the
Right.
30,000 other songs that are going to be released on the same day.
Yeah, I know, right?
But yeah, I mean, we got that, and then we got some other songs. I mean, we've almost got a whole nother EP's worth of material that we're just fine tuning right now.
Right.
Because that's usually we'll write a song and then we'll be like, yeah, this is really good, and then we'll play it live a few times and it'll change and go through different forms. And we've had songs that were like we played it one way and then we completely changed everything about it.
Yeah.
That was the new song and kept the name of the other side. That happened to that song.
That did.
But it's a better song because of it. So it's just a process. It's just,
Oh, yeah, big time. All it is just you just have the wavelengths in the universe, and all you're doing is just pulling it,
yeah, man. It's
forming it as your own,
exactly.
and then putting it right back.
Yeah, no, that's a good way to look at it, honestly. I like that.
All it is all music is just wavelengths that you pick up and pull, morph it, and then put it back into the line of waves.
Right.
That way, it's like writing your own signature on a wall.
Yeah, that's true. I like that. That's a cool analogy. Yeah, no, music is a great thing, man.
It is.
It's really fun.
Art.
Deep with me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You could-
art in general is just
I'm a huge music guru, and like I tried to do music myself, but it's not. I don't really push it anything at all.
I got you. Yeah, and some
I mostly see it on the producer level.
Right.
Is like what I want to learn.
people are totally content with just having it as just something that they enjoy doing, a hobby. Or
Yeah.
it's like I'm just gonna make this because I think it's cool, and like yeah, maybe I'll put it out to the world and see if anything happens.
Yeah, like if it
because-
acts,
can.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, and I think that's totally cool. I think we're just hungry for something a little bigger, and
Yeah.
and I think that's
We did get a good taste on the third indie night of what we could possibly do with an almost sold out venue.
Yeah.
We're kind of chasing that high again.
Yeah.
Just trying to get
Like once you get it.
Yeah, once you get it, you want more.
It's like, oh, now I want 600 people. I want 1,000 people.
Mhm.
Now I want,
2,000.
bigger venue. No, I want to go play in an amphitheater now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be badass.
I want to do an outdoor
I
show.
want to open for this band that's got like 100,000 streams or whatever.
Yeah.
Like trying to get in touch with other people and just trying to. I think the hardest part about all of it at the end of the day is just getting into the scene. Like breaking into it.
Yeah.
Like once you break into it, then you just got to maintain and grow.
And that's all there is to it. Like, that's all you got to do now.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's so much more nuance, but like, yeah, I mean, just getting into it and just keep pushing and staying hungry, because I feel like if you get complacent, then you end up like, a cover band that sits around in Lubbock for 30 years and just makes their rounds around the town.
Yeah, and you just want more.
Which there's nothing wrong with that again.
Right.
Like that's what somebody's happy doing.
Right.
Go for it. But no, because like my big thing is I wanted to travel. I almost bought a van and like did the whole van life thing because I didn't want to do school anymore. And I was like, man, that'd be cool as fuck just to get a van and drive around the country and sleep in the back of a van and meet random people and stuff and get into some trouble or whatever. But then I was like, started getting serious about music and I was like, wait, I can do that and go play music in other towns. Like I can load up in a van with my bros and take my drum kit and, our amps and shit and go to some town and go do something that I love.
And it doesn't even matter if we're actually playing at a venue. Like we could just set up shop at a park or something and just play the music.
Yeah, like you can just wherever you can play,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But yeah, man. No, it's fun though. I feel like we're really I feel more confident as of late than I have in the past that we're on to something like pretty big. Like that we're heading in the right direction.
Yeah.
I feel like we've gone through a lot of different changes and different steps and stuff, and I feel like we're kind of at the door of something that's going to be pretty monumental in our journey. You know what I mean? I have no idea what it is, and I could be totally wrong, but I don't know. I feel like we're heading in that direction.
Yeah.
So it's exciting. I thought like with this album just almost ready to go, and
You kind of get the jitters,
yeah, you're kind of like,
Yeah, butterflies.
how's it gonna do? Like, is this album gonna do really well? Is it like,
Is it gonna fly?
is it gonna flop? You know what I mean? Because
Definitely not.
because you could drop it and you may not see over 1,000 streams for a year. Like you don't know. Or 5 years. Like some people drop music and then they disband, and then 10 years later their music blows up on the internet.
Yeah.
Because of TikTok, and now they're like getting back together and getting booked for tours and shit. You know what I mean? So there's really no way to know how it's going to play out. It's just like at the end of the day, all you can do is what you can do, and you just got to put in the work and make good music and make good art that you love and have fun doing it.
Exactly.
Or if nothing else,
And shove it down people's throat.
shove it down people. Put it in front of their faces because they're already on their phone all the time. That's the only thing that sucks about doing the whole social media is like everyone's on their phone. It's like you've got to be posting. You've got to stay in people's heads. Like you got to thinking about you. Oh, Velvet Grow posted on their story. Well, that's cool. 2 days later, oh, they posted on their story again. And then it just keeps. It's just momentum. It's continuous, and they're always thinking about you. And then if they're always thinking about you, then as soon as you drop a song, oh, let's go listen to it. Let's go check it out. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But
Shout out Kanye.
Kanye was right.
Oh my God.
He was right about a lot of things.
and that's where we end the show.
Hey, you heard what he said.
Yeah, we're sitting at 2:36, 2 hours and 36 minutes.
You heard what Kanye said.
I don't know what he said.
He said sometimes he's right, but sometimes he's not right now.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
kind of like that though. Actually, he's like, give it a few years.
I mean, look what happened.
I haven't kept up with.
Dude, Kanye is a nowadays philosopher.
Look at Gaga.
I like some of the Gaga songs.
What the fuck does she know about cameras? She's a creative director of Polaroid.
Dude, he has too much free will. Kanye West has too much free will. Have you seen that? Have you seen that like little interview? It wasn't an interview. It was like a paparazzi, and he was like, is Kanye venturing into the fashion world? And then he was like, is Kanye fashion? Have you seen this, bro? And he just starts screaming at him. Nah, dude, he has too much free will. He needs to quit.
You got too much money.
Shut the fuck up.
This is my favorite video.
All right. I guess this is where we're gonna wrap it up.
Alrighty.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having
Yeah,
Thank you.
No, thanks for having us coming out and to. You got a nice house.
I appreciate it.
Nice. Trying to talk like Donald Trump now.
It was a nice house. It was really
It was really
I
nice.
said, wow, this is a nice house.
It was really great. Real nice house.
So thank you for having us. It was a
Drum
wonderful
kit.
time.
I remember I had a drum kit. It was real good. I had a drum kit coming up.
I walked in, I saw his drum kit. I said, what?
Wow, what a nice drum.
At the end of the day, we're just
This is a
pinching.
drum kit.